Okay. Seeming all good. Yep, it's showing up on YouTube.
Has it
All
got a
hunky-dory.
timer down or whatever?
No, we're in it. Like,
Oh, we're
yeah,
streaming
we're
now.
in.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is
Timer.
apparently featuring Clancy's cat, even though Clancy's cat is not exist.
Cat's
No
on
cameras,
my
no
mouse
Clancy
pad.
cat. So this is now live. We're gonna buy a couple minutes. We're gonna buy a couple seconds, wait for people to get in. Hi Buns, welcome in. Hi Bun, welcome in. So our guest for this episode is Scary from ATL. What's up, Scary?
What's up, Enders? Thanks for having me on.
Yep. Obviously, I'm your host, Enders, with my co-hosts Milky and Clancy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk about an emotional last 30 minutes.
An emotional fucking bit.
For a lot of teams.
About time. Yes. We get it. We're late. Some problems have come up. We are not sure if No will be joining us, but
I think if I have to speculate, because I don't know the actual, at one of our GMs or this is speculation. This is not confirmed. I'm just guessing because I don't know. But he did say like, hey, it's probably best for me not to be on, just because of all the tension going on. And last thing we want is a match day ban. Is for anybody to get a match day ban. Any of the frog guys, any of the other people throwing memes. Dude, some of those memes were fire as fuck.
Yeah, I know ATL was cooking up memes by the minute. Wakeful and the boy here, Scary. I do want to say one thing. Lociel, Scary is here. He's ATL. I'm here. I'm ATL. No Frog representative. We would love to have one on if one of them is here and wants to DM me and wants to come on.
We're still here.
We will absolutely.
I will lay ground rules. If a Frog representative does come on, this goes for me as well. No toxicity. Don't start coming in here and abusing me.
We will have the conversations. We will have the conversations. Obviously, that's a big point of why we're live. We're gonna have those conversations. We just don't want it to get into full-blown screaming matches. We will have to leave them. Get them to leave.
I'm gonna talk about
not a fucking NFT, dude.
I can't wait to talk about ATL versus Sav though.
So with that being said, ground rules are laid out.
Like if we want to talk, I
don't want to catch a match. I will say I just saw it in chat.
I didn't do shit all, dude.
I just saw it in chat. We don't want anyone to get a match day ban. I don't want to get a fucking match day ban. I'm gonna DM Cayman.
I ain't do shit.
Because I heard some people have asked for Cayman to be on.
Some people are getting Cayman.
Some people are saying we want Cayman.
We want fights, not civility.
I want Cayman.
Listen,
I'd like to have a Sav or an FRG guy in here. That'd be cool.
I'm already emotionally and mentally just fucked. Something rule 49. It is. I'm not having a fun time in my head right now.
I apologize to everyone in advance. I am adding everyone. I don't give a shit.
Anybody from...
It's my server. I will do what I want.
It's our... It's...
It is your... I will say, yeah, like Clueless said, let's keep it clean. The drama is nice and all. It would be funny, but also we don't want
it's
yelling on
time
stream.
It's time to talk about the games. Yeah,
we can talk about it civilly. Absolutely, keep them on.
Someone came. Someone's in recruit lounge.
Cayman, we heard you were wanted on the stream.
Cayman, hello.
I am a man of the people.
The man of the people has arrived.
It was said that we want Cayman, so we got Cayman.
We got the Cayman and Scary bromance.
There it is. There's your beautiful icon.
Thank you.
Welcome to We Do It Live.
I do know. I'm waiting right quick to see if Kevin wants to hop in and we can have a civil conversation. Because I don't know if anybody but Kev would have a. Yeah, ABW is just quietly taking care of business. We've been having them at the one spot for a fucking reason.
I think we'll get there when we get.
So, Cayman, we will get to the Sav ATL match, but in the meantime, if you want to hop in on anything, let's wait till we get Kev in before. So let's start with matches. Let's do the actual bit of the show we can do properly. Oh, is Kev in a?
Kev's here. Yep.
Oh well, I guess we're not starting with matches. Let's start.
Okay.
Let's start with a match, and then we can go from there. But I think we all know the match I'm gonna start with. Let's talk about the double overtime thriller between AVI and Frog. It still says some matches are happening on the website, but I'm sure that's not correct.
On the guest thing.
Honestly, throw Kev up as a host. Fuck it. Throw him up on the host.
It's a shame that the Weekly Recruit's favorite guest of season 12 has to wait till now to get on this.
He remembers.
True.
Kev, the problem
That's actually
is
an injustice.
It is an injustice, but the problem is, Kev, you're no longer a recruit, so we can't just go to you and want to get some extra recruits on. But you are a frog person, and we do need a frog man.
Representative, so we'll take it.
Yeah, the frogs. I sent the frogs to bed. They misbehaved tonight. I sent them to bed.
It was a ton of
Oh, that was fun.
Acting bad from everyone. It seems like.
Yeah, I read Hawkish's message too, where he said everybody and just know that it goes both ways. Fleeb and I had
he just
talked to the FRG boys and said, "Listen, we're taking it too far. Stop it."
Yeah, Hawkish just sent it all to us as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna read his message.
Yeah, this all blew out of proportion.
It's just a standard like, hey, I expect better from you. Don't do this again. You know.
Wow, he was a lot nicer to you guys than I was to them. No,
well, one of them is your brother, so like I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so that means I'm allowed to hit him.
Just shows up at his house. Bitch, what you say? Bang, 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 bang. We absolutely do miss Kev. We miss Kev. He's a king and he deserves to be in recruit. Shame he was stolen from us. Gone too late.
I'm not gonna yap too much because this game was. Ah man, do I want to get into why it was so personal for me? I think I might.
You can if you want to, but I do want to just say really quick.
A bit of a trigger warning.
It is a bit of a trigger warning. It's a very
bit of a trigger warning.
If you have ever experienced some sort of mental health problem or had self-deletion thoughts, you should probably mute. For now,
yeah.
Like
actually might not be the time to talk. I don't know.
I don't think. Let's do it. I don't know if this is a great time. We can do that.
I could
probably
save it for
after it hits 1 or 2 a.m. Let's get past watershed hours.
Yeah.
So, I do know that technically right now the Goshi DRG match is not showing, and neither is the Sav ATL match.
Is it?
I do want to talk a bit about the drama though.
Oh, what's the score reporting?
Goshi DRG finished 13-11, and then Sav ATL finished 13-10.
13-10. Yeah, but like on the website they're not. So we don't seem to have the stats for Goshi DRG. I know who I can DM to get the ATL stats.
My cat's being. Bye, Angie. Bye.
That was scary. That's a fire meme in the chat, bro.
Wait, which one?
I want to see.
The ATL versus Sav, AVI.
Meme. I'm quick. I'm quick with the meme generator.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Should have thought of that earlier.
So let's talk a bit about the drama. We do have some problems.
They put slow mode on, dude.
They had to put slow mode on because it was going off.
I'm surprised they didn't just shut it off.
Let's talk about the drama. First and foremost, there is apparently now proof, or at least there are screenshots of Noah claiming to throw his combine matches when he was up in Prospect.
I'm gonna keep it real. The evidence is a little damning. Okay.
It's not looking good for the chief.
I think Noah's got to walk carefully around that. It's probably why he's not in the stream right now.
That is precisely why he's not here.
The timestamps definitely look a little. I'm literally pacing around my room. I can't even fucking catch up with the recruit chat.
Yep.
A little damning. I'm gonna be honest here. Like,
a lot of people in trouble. I'm gonna leave it to the mod. If they find that he's guilty, then he's guilty. I can't do anything about it. If they find that he's innocent, so on and so forth. I can't do anything about it. It's in their hands. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like,
I hope he did.
Noah,
you know, I really hope that he played with some sort of integrity.
Everyone's hoping that he didn't do it because obviously that's super.
Yeah, that's the side I'm gonna take. Is I hope it's not true because who's the next target? The next rated guy? Like then we could just have to investigate every top performing recruit.
And that's the thing too. Like, you know, Shane obviously is having like a really, really, really good season, right? And people are making jokes about like get this guy to contender or whatever. But I mean, Shane played, 14 combine games or whatever and had good ratings, but it wasn't like it was crazy. And now that he's on the team and like he's being set up by his teammates and everyone's playing well, like he's performing and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And like that's what you'd want. Like it's completely okay to, be the next Mills or whatever. Like people can overperform in the tier and just be a little bit better. And like it doesn't have to mean that like it's some weird cheating
good
thing.
Or not? Because I heard somebody saying the silence.
Yeah.
But it gets really awkward if Noah, even if it was a meme, like even if it's a joke, it's not a good joke to make.
It's not
really not.
It's not a good look.
Like,
dude.
I mean,
well, what's that meme? The have you ever seen the meme where like the guy has the fake suicide vest? He goes, "If the ATF comes to my house, I'm gonna answer with this bitch on."
Yeah,
and then he replies with, "This shit don't look good on paper."
I was
making to his house.
I was making the same joke, but I'm also not as good as Noah. So everyone, when I say it, everyone knows like
it's a joke.
Exactly.
But the thing also is he gets moved. The thing that really looks bad is he moves to prospect, performs subpar, and then gets moved back down and starts going off. That's the problem with the Noah situation. The Shane situation is what I was talking about, or not talking about, but I saw in prospect is he got misplaced, which absolutely can happen. I know if somebody tries to investigate me for throwing, it looks really bad on paper because I performed well in season, but I also performed terribly in scrims, 5 stacks, 10 mans. Like I don't know what it is. Come match time, I turn it on, so I could. It looks very bad on paper.
Nah, but Anders, I've seen you when you try. You're different, bro.
I think the other thing is like Noah clearly like last season was one of the better players in the tier. So him getting moved up was like not surprising. It was like expected. And then him coming back down, which I don't think we saw a lot of movement back down in general. Like I think we got a lot of movement up.
I mean,
yeah.
But we didn't get a ton of people who came back down. So I think that's just kind of, and then you see the screenshots. Like Noah's like, I would consider Noah a friend. I don't think it's something he would do, like, super overtly or intentionally.
No, I think you're right. You're hitting on the situation that getting moved back down put him in is this really tough spot where all eyes are on him.
Yeah.
And then you have a joke.
He starts going
what
off,
could be a joke.
Looking,
Yeah. And then you have what could be a joke in a DM.
Super quick. Somebody said quit the glaze and get to the arguments. This is about the arguments. This is about the whole
everything.
This is about the receipts that was posted by Toast saying that I'm gonna throw. This is what this is about right now.
Is that fucking Wakeful who said that?
I defend. Yeah, it was Wakeful. Yeah,
it was Wakeful, and he's about to get a stern ass whooping in chat and Harpies.
We're trying to be civil about this. That's the reason why I know it. And even if he was available, I would probably have suggested that he doesn't come. Right? That's like the same reason I didn't want it. I didn't want any of the recruit frog guys. I love Prod Toast.
I wouldn't mind one of them. Like if it was Vaughn, he'd probably handle it with grace. I don't think we wanted any of the
Vaughn
guys.
Listen,
I didn't want the two guys who were in the argument at its peak, that being Dewey and Jeff.
Which is
those two guys. They're too hype right now. I don't know if that would have been a great idea.
Which is fair. I do want to give it. It was a really fucking fun game. Not just because we won.
I tuned in overtime too. It looked very fun.
Yeah, and Anubis is like one of the most fun maps to play. Like
the thing is, you look at
now.
You look at stats. I can tell you right now. When I tuned in and I saw Dirt dropping 29, I was like, "What the fuck is AVI doing?"
Yeah, Dirt turned up today,
dude.
We started watching the game doing a watch party in Frog when it was still in reg.
Yeah.
So we watched all of the overtimes.
I do know ATL.
My upstairs neighbor, because I definitely screamed and woke him up.
That's funny, Kev.
Every single dude, fucking Noah has his upstairs neighbor that came down after the match. Dirt had it as well.
I definitely hit a new octave when Dewey
that makes 3 people who've got noise complaints tonight because I got one too. I got a 4K. I think it might have been a clutch, but it was a 4K to win a round. I got a fucking noise.
Pretty much Jover when Dewey hit a ninja defuse with 2 people spraying around.
Oh my god!
To send it into double overtime.
Yeah. I wasn't even mad, dude. I was laughing my ass off. I was like,
so when I got the
had a nade in his hand. Dude.
When I got the link to see it after our match completed, I got the message, "Hey, by the way, it's almost over." And then I could jump in, and it's the start of overtime 2. And he goes, "I don't know how the fuck they won that." So
I think
so close.
I think the hype part came because it was a comeback. You know, they had 12, and then we had 9. You know.
Yeah. I tuned in when it was 11:10, and I thought because I looked at the website first before I obviously to get the code. The scores were flipped. So I was like, why are they on pistols? Like when they're on match point, and I was like, oh shit, we're winning. So I joined to shock. But dude, what a game, man! What a game!
It was a really fun game, despite everything that happened afterwards. You know, it was a fun match to beat.
Yeah, I mean, fuck everything that happened afterwards. Don't let it take away.
I
that was such a good game.
Stuff that happened afterwards was more fun, but I don't know.
It was more fun.
They were getting upset because I kept forgetting to say good half. Like I'll say right now, I forget to do that shit all the time. Dude, I forget to say good half all the time because it's not in my mind. I'm just like, okay.
The weakest reason, not adding
well
all 5. It's so weak.
I mean,
it's a weak. Personally, you're really thin-skinned to get upset about that. But Jeff also didn't have to be such a. I mean, I'm gonna say it.
Here's the bit that fucked it
about it. Okay,
here's the bit that fucked it. Right, it could have been fine if it was just left at the 3 GG, and then Clancy comes in with the damn bro ain't no respect for us. Now, if he just went, I said GG to you, and Dewey obviously starts off well with he just GG'd. I don't know what more you want, Lamau.
Yeah, and then it ends there.
And then if that ends there, it's fine. But Jeff saying, I literally said GG to the players I respect is what started it.
Yeah, that's what kicked it off. And I was like, okay. Because I'm a guy, I'm a guy from baseball and hockey, right? You know, those are my sports, you know, and we all know the unwritten rules of those sports. You know, you got to defend
especially
the boys.
Baseball.
Yeah, especially baseball. You
don't let them
batter, I beat your batter. Yeah. All right, hold on. Pitchers, we know that, you know.
Yeah, but I mean that's.
If you're toast though, like if you know in the back of your mind, like you have information that makes you believe that Noah was throwing his combines, and Noah top frags in this game. And Noah, I'm sure, made an impact in this game. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, why does my team have to lose?
1.32 impact.
Why does my team have to lose to someone who's quote unquote smurfing? You know, like we just took a team that had like a quote unquote smurf to double OT. Like I could understand being really frustrated after losing that game.
100%.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get on him too much. Like, I think at the end of the day, it was just emotions high, and
it's just it was behind the match.
And I think it's because it was double OT. Like, do you think this gets this bad if it was 13-6, like AVI, you know?
No.
I think it's because it was such a close match.
Yeah.
I think you need to update the title because featuring Clancy's cat's not working. You can just go you can get in the parentheses addressing the allegations.
Everyone's going to think Scary is Clancy's cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the record, I'm not Clancy's cat.
No, he's my cat. No, he's my cat.
Oh, I found it.
Even though my profile is a cat hitting the jewel. I belong to Enders, and Enders is my son.
I don't know how that math works, but they do.
Addressing the things because I'm tired.
But like that's the thing is
Dewey gets points. Dewey gets points for taking a fire and then turning it into a nuke.
Yeah.
So everything he said,
that's not even
just
the thing with the nuke.
poured gasoline on the fire.
That's not even the nuke. The nuke of the situation is the screenshot evidence.
The receipts, bro. The
screenshot evidence of I'm gonna throw my.
That was the nuke for sure. That was the nuke. But yeah, Dewey was dropping like.
Dewey was definitely tugging on Colty's heartstrings, and that got Colty a little upset. I think.
There's two things you don't do. There's three things you don't do. That's spit in the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape, and apparently cape. And apparently, what you don't do is throw combines and then tell somebody you're doing so.
Yeah, and like, it looks bad.
I will say though, like the whole Colty situation, like them wanting him on Frog or whatever. Like I think that part of it is just being so dramatic, like on both their ends. Like that didn't need to bleed out. Like Colty didn't need to start saying like, "Oh man, you guys really wanted me." Like it's not, or like when you try to call out the Dewey. Like for me, like if I'm Dewey, right, and I'm also on some new org, I'm messaging anyone who's an actual player who's played in Recruit before and is a free agent. I would message him too. I would also say the same kind of like, "Oh, we're gonna be like a free championship. Like if we team up." I don't think that was like some.
I would preface it by saying though that screenshot that came from Dewey was when Dewey was on DB.
Yeah, it wasn't when he was on Frog. I'm aware. So he's on a completely brand new team. Like he could have like no teammates that he's aware of at all. So
and here's the thing, Milky did the same exact thing. I assume when he went to when Milky went over to ABW. Like the first thing he did was basically bring along Shane. So I don't see the point in getting like, "Oh yeah, you wanted me when I was on AB or when you were on Deadbeats." Dude, if I was alone on fucking ATL this season, I'm messaging anybody who's played in this fucking league because that's way better.
Especially with how thin Recruit is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm getting everybody in. I mean, ATL tried to get 6 players on their one roster and somehow fit it. So
yeah, I mean, like it's just that. To me, that wasn't like the big like gotcha moment. Like I understand like what Colty was saying, but one, I wouldn't take it as
not the gotcha moment that Colty thought it was going to be.
I mean, you should be like, you should feel good that people wanted to play with you. I wouldn't throw it back in their face. You know what I mean? Like if people wanted me on their team, I would be happy about that. Whether I went there or not, that's awesome. But like, I wouldn't come back later and be like, haha, you didn't get me, and now like
so bad.
Yeah, like to me, that's just kind of
that's scummy.
Yeah, so, I don't think that's good. And like Colty, I don't think you want to like. You don't want to be the guy who's closing doors or burning bridges over some argument you're making on a random day. Like you should want people to think you're a good player. That's like the absolute best thing you could absolutely have. And like people wanting to be on your team is also a good thing. I don't think you should like expose that in a way to try to like get a couple of, I don't know, like some gotcha points or clout. Like it's
now this is your reputation, because if you put any team going forward who puts interest in you is going to be like, well, if we don't sign him, he's just gonna throw it back.
Yeah, and now it seems like ego. It's like, okay, like like you think you're so amazing that we didn't get you. Like we're just fine without you. And again, it's like, okay, he's on AB, or this was when he was on DBs. He ended up not being on DBs anyway, but now they're on Frog, and like Frog was like apparently wanted them in some sense, but like Frog's doing fine. It's not like Frog is 0-4.
They're 2-2 against losses of. I mean, we're going to get to power rankings, at least in my opinion, good ass teams.
Yeah, and AVI is good. Like I don't think anyone would take away AVI being good, but I think it's also like, did anyone expect ABW to be the best team in the tier? I think everyone kind of expected AVI to be smashing everyone like 13-4, 13-5.
Like, we're also expecting Frog to do that post Dewey trade. The Dewey trade happened, and I've said straight up, look, these are the top 2 teams, AVI and Frog. I'm sorry, ABW, but I was not really familiar with your game at that point.
No, I played with I definitely gave AVI like top spot. I wasn't familiar with ABW, and it was largely because I played with Noah a ton during combines, and just pick up games, like basic games, and I know he's like how he calls and how he plays. I spectated him, watched him, like I know he's that good. And then like just seeing the full roster when all the rosters got locked, I was like, damn, like any team like this is insane. Like they're tier 1.
Because Colty, Noah, and fucking Clancy, doesn't matter who you put with that, as we can see, they're fucking good players, and that's a fucking core 3 to fuck around.
And the rest of the team, and the rest of the tier, like their tier, they filled up to tier max with MMR cap, and then the rest of the teams are struggling to do that. And so
and there was such a talent drain towards prospect. Like we lost so many like of our better players towards prospect, right? Like you kind of just make the assumption like this team somehow was able to remain this core, and so many of the best players in recruit went to prospect. Like oh man, because like full transparency, I thought Clancy and Noah were both going to get to prospect. Dude, I was literally shocked.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset that I didn't get moved up to prospect to go because
I'm sure Noah was too.
Yeah.
So it's just
I guess the only fair way to settle this is send me back down to recruit. It's the only way.
Yeah, bring it back.
Honestly,
and then just run it back.
Weren't you moved past the deadline?
I was moved 4.5 hours after the deadline.
So anyway, you should be in recruit.
Yeah, that was because of my numbers report.
Yeah, dude.
I will say I don't know who he got to numbers report him down to recruit. Because the only person I numbers report at least was Sentinel, and I said, hey, you guys should at least give him a day. Because that was when they released numbers, and he was like, what, 340? Like, he was a mid-tier prospect. And I said, he has no combine games played in prospect. Like, he shouldn't be that high. And he should probably be down in recruit because he's not even performing top of the tier in recruit. But, like, Noah, it was like, I'm going to let that happen what it is. And I'd like to know who the fuck it was that fucking reported him down.
And I will say too, like I had heard like people like not Noah, but like Brokey like was asking or was trying to get out of recruit because he was putting up like a 1.2 like 8 or something in like 22 combine games in recruit.
Yeah, like some straight math numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, can someone numbers report me? Like, get me out of here. And I wonder, if Noah was making, like, again, like, I don't know if Brookie was serious. I mean, I didn't numbers report him, but like, if other people are making, Noah? If people were making a joke like that, where it's like numbers report me, like to get me either up or down, whatever it may be, like, I don't know.
You don't have to throw combines at that point. It's all up to the numbers reports.
Yeah. Brokey, I mean, and Cayman will tell you, Brokey's in FRG's Discord much like if not more than Sav's Discord.
Not definitely more. Not if for sure. Not even close.
So if I actually check right, Brokey's in FRG's Discord right now currently.
This is the least surprising thing ever.
But he wanted so badly to get moved up.
Yeah, and he deserved it. I mean, he's a really good player, and he's doing well. Like, I think he had a bad first game, but I think the last 3 he's been in, now he's doing really well in prospect.
The move ups were weird, though. I don't know how often the after lock move ups happen, but it happened to Sinbad as well, I believe. Sugma, it happened to Kevin.
I'm sure there was just the delay, and then also the billion people who ended up not finishing their even with the delayed.
I think that's probably
that's the real drama this whole time has been how late the moves were.
You thought I didn't finish my games?
Yeah, I thought you had 2 because it only showed on analytical that you had 2.
Yeah, it was when weird. The night I ended, had one game where a player show up, apparently. Yeah, I had a game that a player DC'd like mid game, but then he came back, but he like on the scoreboard, he still like it still said he was DC'd, but he played, got money normally, so he just like played the game out. And we reported it after, but I'm guessing that game just didn't count because it was I guess like a 4v5 according to the server, even though like I said, he was in game. It was really weird. So and I only played 3. And I kind of wish I'd played more because I think if I'd played more and like taken them super seriously, maybe I could have gotten moved up to prospect.
Yeah, I guess we can all agree that I guess the only person that really truly belongs in recruit is Brass Biscuit with 50 fucking combine games and he's still in recruit. So you know what?
I don't know. It's crazy because like if I get moved up to prospect next season, I'm not sure I'm gonna do well.
You'll do well.
I think you'll be just fine, man.
No, I lack. No,
if you look at there though, it's because
you'll have first couple games. You'll have a strong season. Like
season.
That's my point.
In season, I'll be fine, but I'd be shocked if I'm doing well in combines just because I'm shit at combines.
No, but they'll overlook your prospect combines or whatever. If you play prospect combines, they'll overlook that and be like, yeah, but this is how he plays in a team setting.
Let me just say this, buddy. Let me just say this. You've got like a 1.3. It's not like you're gonna go to prospect and drop like multiple 0.7s, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no. If you look at my first couple games this season, right? I struggled. Poutine struggled. Kai struggled. Like we all, like the team who just was in finals in recruit, like the core of that team moves up, and we've struggled for our first like games, and then I pulled an Enders match day 3, and you know what I mean. Like eventually you get it's prospects no different from.
Sorry, what is pulling an Enders?
I dropped 38 match day 3.
Pulling an Enders is smashing the game, brother.
It's ignoring the Enders fallback call and then pressing W key and mouse 1.
Hey, look.
The main difference is the game moves faster in prospect. It moves faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
that
more
being said, let's
start it off. Matches?
Yeah, let's talk about some of these matches. Let's start off with we've talked a little bit about the Frog AVI game, but Dewey with 29-6, Penguins 23-6.
Dude,
I don't know if Jeff in the back of his mind was just I don't know if you can talk about this. Mentally was just like looking at it and being like, because I know if I was playing against somebody I believed was smurfing, I'd do mentally not well.
No, I'll say
they did. I'm gonna be honest, they did fantastic that game. Like
Jeff was at no point like tilted during the game. He just like and anybody who's pugged with him knows that like sometimes the shot's not there.
The round before the last round, he got like a 3K, and if he gets it was like
if Vaughn wins that gunfight, A main, if that round goes their way.
Yeah.
You know what's weird about this game too? Like, I literally was just looking at a picture of it. Like, all right, let me look. So Anubis is 57% T-sided. Like, and yet this game is all CT side.
It was all CT, dude. I was
all CT side. And the other thing with that too is like
pissed off on T side because I'm like, this is the T.
That's something we noticed when we played Frog. Is CT side was popping.
Yeah,
CT side was popping.
Yeah, we were 8. Our CT side. Well, they won 6 straight, and then we won 6 straight after we adjusted.
But if you even go look at that, how many rounds did we win on fucking CT side against them? Like it was
8-4 half.
8-4 half on our T side.
Yes.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys went 8-4 on T. You guys won.
Yeah. Okay. I thought we started CT. My bad. So yeah, I was about to say it seems like in a more like what's it called? With more plans around it, it can be very CT sided.
So we watched the VOD with Dido, and they lost pistol but forced second round, and like it's like there's things the CTs can do that is just magnified on Anubis, like the way the economy works, that they can get they can chain rounds together.
Yeah.
And so it's not, it's if you're on CT side, like it's not over. Like if you're
not Joe.
Yeah. Like they tied up like
who the fuck is Caboose?
From an 8-4.
It's an ATL player, I can tell. Because they said Frog played way better against AVI than ATL. We started against Frog. So which one of our fucking 3 other guys are? Because it's not Wakeful, it's not Scary, it's not me. So Caboose, reveal yourself. I'm taking bets. It's Ruby.
It's not. No way.
It's Lax.
The only time when you have on Anubis, right? And correct me if I'm wrong here, Clancy. So if you have a more CT sided game, Ruby. I would only argue that it's because you prepped for their T side, and I know Jeff prepped for AVI's T side, and I know for a fact Noah had prepped.
Yeah, there was indeed prep. There was indeed looking. And like, hey, if Jeff looked at our T side, dude, he did a fucking great job. He shut us down. All props to him. He did it well. I was starting to get pissed off. I'm like, dude, I cannot do shit. It was it was frustrating. It was fun, but it was frustrating, dude.
It has been confirmed. Caboose is Ruby. Now, there's a match here I do want to talk about. First Sun versus Rift Raiders. You go to Mirage. Milky, was Mirage a planned map? Was that something you're like, let's get them to Mirage, or was it just one that's like, we're better than them, let's screw it?
No, they chose it, dude. Which is the part that got us a little confused because our history on Mirage is pretty decent.
Who's the opper for Rift Raiders?
That Rift Raiders opper.
Jimmy.
Yeah, no.
No,
Jimmy's
sorry,
on DRG.
Jimmy's DRG.
Look up
Rift
the
Raiders.
roster. I just did a
I
demo
don't
reviews
even
with them, or
fucking
2 demo
remember,
reviews
dude.
for them.
Did you guys get side choice or?
Yeah, we got side choice. They got map choice. I do believe the opera was it might have been Nickel. I don't know, man. They didn't have the op very much that game, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
mean, it looks like the econ must have been awful, especially on the CT side.
Yeah, because like they kept winning enough rounds that they didn't get like full loss bonus, and then
Nickel is their opper. That's from
Nickel,
Ruby?
yeah, and I can tell Nickel. Obviously, I watched him in combines. He plays better than that. He had a bad game, and he left pretty quick too. So I think he was a little upset about that. But yeah, he's the opper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not giving too much away. We play ABW next Tuesday, I think. And Mirage is not a map I think I would try to take them to unless I had like a good plan for it. Especially because like Milky on the op, and then a really like aim duel heavy map it can be if you don't have like good executes or like good setup on your T side. And I just wouldn't want to like constantly be in aim duels against Shane right now. Like it's just pretty clear. Like
Shane's hot, dude.
I've watched Shane, like I've watched the demos like literally just from like Shane's POV, like because I was curious, like holy shit, this guy's just running through recruit. And when you watch him, like what it's not like I don't think he's some like crazy aimer, but he's just never making mistakes, and he always cleans up when he like if he like he's gonna hit you with the 4 bullets he needs, right? It's not like it's constantly like dink 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 dink, but it's really clean and it's really sharp, and you just like to put yourself on a map like Mirage against someone who's like clearly playing really well. And then Milky's a really good opper. Rye's been playing really well this season as well. Like it just seems like a bold choice. I would try to find something less puggy and
more where you
just
can
try to
outstrat.
Yeah, just something really structured where we can control the angles that like we're getting peeked from, and like with util and flashes, we can try to
like
create
an
advantages.
Overpass, something like a Inferno.
Yeah, and maybe they were scared off of it because obviously like ABW hasn't lost and they've won on Overpass and they've won on Inferno, but
yeah. We actually played our scrim on Vertigo because we were 100% expecting it to go to Vertigo. And then the last 2 maps were Vertigo and Mirage, and we were like fully prepared to play Vertigo, and they chose Mirage. And so yeah, we were a little confused by that because I mean, we got some pretty decent aimers on the team. I mean,
decent motherfucker.
So
what?
Milky,
decent. You have
how has
fucking
it been?
Recruit
I mean,
Donk over there. Fuck.
Yeah, you missed the last
3
game, right?
donks, bro.
Yeah, I was on vacation. Yeah.
But like, you guys have played with like a lot of subs, but it hasn't bothered you guys at all.
Dude, we haven't played with our full roster yet once.
Yeah, like at all. So
who'd you have sub in today for who?
We didn't have Tillicum.
Yeah, it's a cool guy for Tillicum.
Cool guy subbed in.
Cool Guy's subbed for us twice now, I believe. Fucking love Cool Guy. We've had Jack. We actually had Tez sub for us twice as well. We played him today, and big ups to Tez, man. He was a thorn in our fucking side, dude. Like he actually played really well.
Who's calling for you guys?
Shane.
Shane is calling.
Oh, of course he is, dude.
So that makes a lot of sense too, because like some of the spots I see Shane play, like it would make sense that he's the IGL.
Yeah, and like we try to put Shane in spots where like we'll set him up so that he can get those kills. Yeah, exactly. Because I mean that's what he's doing really well right now. So why change it?
No, absolutely.
Dude, his opening kill percentage. I talked about it on the weekly drop, dude. His fucking opening kill percentage.
That's his T side. Like
dude.
the thing that is really confusing to me too is like we had Shane on A on Mirage for CT. Like his T side's fucking crazy. Like the guy just W keys and gets kills. It's nuts. But like on CT, you'd think you'd try to avoid him. But like we had him on A the entire time, and I think they went A like 80% of the time.
And that to me either like suggests like they weren't super prepared, and so like they really only could default to the like A execute or let's just try to contact out A.
Yeah,
and like didn't have a good plan for mid.
Usually what we do is put me on B and Shane on A, and then Rye kind of floats around, supports both, and Brian and Cool Guy play like a support role as well. But it was actually me and Shane on A side, and you can see we both had like Shane had 25 kills, I had 21, and it's like that's because they just kept coming to us A. It didn't really make sense to me, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I wonder if they just were like, well, we can't play Vertigo, and at least we can hopefully pug it out on Mirage. But again, I don't think ABW is the team you want to pug it out against.
Yeah, no.
So like on your
really.
T side, did you guys just like when pistol and just kind of snowball from there, or was it like did they put up a good fight?
It was actually a 6-6 half in the first. And then
Okay.
then
No, it
we
was
won pistol, and it snowballed from there. Like we just started Mac 10 rushing, and then we got our economy up, and then it was pretty much over from there. I think they got one round.
You got one round on the second half. That was after you'd won 5, and it seems like you got a pretty nice bank built up. So it seems like you guys might have just
I think I had an op in my hand round 3, and every other round after that I had an op. So it was like, well, not round 3, but
yeah. No,
I want to say big ups.
That's an issue.
I mean, 21 kills with an ADR of 96. Nice cast, 65%. Cool Guy though, cast with 90%.
I know, bro. And then they give him a 0.6 impact. Like, what is this algorithm, bro? Like, they actually did my boy Cool Guy dirty, dude. He actually played a great game. Like, 9 and 13, but he did his job, man. He was perfectly where he needed to be. He allowed the guys that needed to get kills, and you can see obviously he's 90% cast. Like, he was perfect, man.
That's all you can ask for, especially like for a sub. But
yeah, exactly.
Cool Guys are vet.
Cast is the ultimate sub stat. It feels like, because that shows that you can just slot into a team and perform.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we were familiar with Cool Guy, because we had him sub before, and
For
we just
Brian,
knew,
right?
like, guy knows how to because this was Brian's first match day, right? So we've always had a sub until now. Well, even now we still have a sub, but I imagine Thursday we might have the full team. But we knew Cool Guy knows how to get a job done, so we were comfortable getting him in there. And
oh yeah, I played season 11 with him.
That'd be cool, yeah.
He's one of those guys, man, where when he's feeling it, and you need you know those moments where you just like you need him to get a kill, like you need him to do the like he.
Oh yeah, dude.
Very rarely would I bet against him.
100%. And yeah, man, I don't know. Big ups to Cool Guy. Honestly, that's all I can say for that match.
Big ups, Cool Guy.
Do you guys want to touch on Hell versus Cow really quick?
Yes.
I wanted to leave that.
Okay, all right. But I
wanted to leave that.
How about Nan AP?
We can. Once again, AP going to Overpass. I mean, this is their... Have they played Overpass? I think they had.
I don't think so. I think they
played Anubis and Vertigo.
Yeah,
and
Anubis, Vertigo, and Overpass. Overpass doesn't seem quite like a great pick for them. They did so well. That or they were all just having an off night. I know Damon obviously subbing in for who I think. Who the fuck they have sub in? They had Damon sub for who?
Yeah, they cut Monty.
Yeah, they cut Monty. And Damon's their pickup, correct?
I don't know if he was signed or if he was.
I think Damon's a PFA.
I didn't even know Monty got cut.
I think Damon's a PFA.
Yeah, it just happened today.
Yeah, Monty got cut. I think Damon.
If you want to follow, make sure you're keeping up with all the cuts, signs, and all that stuff. Make sure you follow State of Recruit on Twitter, right?
Yep, absolutely. They're the plug. Check.
Great plug.
But, he was a temporary.
Yeah, temporary. I saw it earlier. I don't think they picked up somebody for Monty. Doesn't look like it.
So I'll say I'm honestly pretty surprised by the score, because if you look at the first 3 match days, it was nothing but close games, even though there were losses for AP. And Nan, I think, has looked like an okay team, but hasn't looked super good. I mean, they lost to DRG match day 2, and then they lost to
Zulu.
OS.
Zulu is their pickup for Monty.
Yeah, and then Zulu. All right, so then Zulu wasn't available tonight. Got it.
Got it. So actually, I would have probably predicted like an AP win. So I wonder if it was just like not super comfortable on the map.
Here's my thing. I know
Rooney
Monty was
really struggled,
IGLing
which
for
is
them.
Insane.
Monty was their IGL.
Okay, that
I'm
makes
not
a lot
sure
of
if they're
sense
having
then.
somebody else IGL or if Zulu is.
I would put money that it's Tim now, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Tim did a lot of IGLing on Nan. I don't know if he was the main IGL or like the half IGL or whatever, but I would put money it's Tim right now.
I mean, just looking at the stats, like 71 cast, like he was putting himself in positions to have impact, but the rest of the team just wasn't behind him.
I think a big thing when you look at the game is Lance and Rooney. Obviously, Rooney had another bad game. I think it was like match day 2 or 3 that he didn't perform really well. But Lance and Rooney are like the strong core on that. Well, Tim's just a consistently good player as well. But you know, you get Lance and Rooney, you know, having a tough game, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you
those are for sure
players
their
who-
ceiling guys.
Yeah, you want them to be getting kills every time. Everyone has a tough game, and I think it kind of just shows, right?
And without like seeing too much detail, like looking at the match, it looks like on their CT side they probably just couldn't get the econ right. So that was a big struggle. And then on their T side, you lose the pistol with a defuse, you throw away that second round, and then you have like a chance for a big your first buy round, and they just couldn't get it. And probably at that point, just kind of mentally checked out, hard to come back.
Yeah, when you lose that pistol round, it's probably like, fuck, you know.
Especially when your best players aren't on, you know, it's like, it's like, well, if Rooney's not going to hit some shots for us, like this is going to be really hard, you know. And it's, you want someone else to step up, but you have a sub. You apparently just lost your IGL, so like maybe your ideas on T side aren't as creative as they could have been, or you know, maybe like the roles aren't established yet. So
Nate Stack played so aggressive on
exactly
on CT, which is possible.
Just to give you space. Didn't give you space to do anything.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, it shows they didn't get the bomb planted once, right? 4
Yeah.
rounds of those were all elimination rounds. So
or saves. Yeah,
that's tough.
I do want to go on to move on. I do want to leave the Hell game for last, just because I got some words about that and some opinions about that.
I'm
scared.
That being said, Goshi Ohms, I don't know if you guys can see the text chat for this channel, but I did post the screenshots for those games.
I'll check it.
Kev, you should be able to see it because you should have access.
For what game? I'm sorry.
It's probably only the.
Let me see if I can do view channel.
For what game?
If that
I'm
works.
sorry.
Goshi DRG Ohms.
Yeah.
Goshi.
Can you guys see that?
So 1311.
Yeah. Can you guys see that now that I've made where you can view the channel? Open the text chat.
I'm seeing the chats. Ooh.
Just messages failed to load.
Yeah,
I see it.
That means he doesn't have perms. It'll just say
Goddamn,
failed to
Tempo
load if you
with
don't have
Paul.
perms.
How the
On what chat?
How did Tempo get
In
that
the
much damage?
Film room chat, like the actual voice channel chat.
Oh, I see the
I'm
actual
not
voice
going
chat.
insane,
Yeah.
right? Like,
So you guys can see it, but I guess the easiest way to do that is this.
What do you mean you're not going insane? What are we missing?
So Jeff can see it.
oh, the fog is coming.
Kev can see it. Sorry, my bad.
Whoa!
My bad.
Everybody gets one per
Chat.
season.
Crazy, dude.
Scary came and you should now be able to see it. You guys should have perms.
Yeah, I see it.
Yes.
Right.
I know.
So
Which one are we looking at?
we're looking at Goshi Ohms, the first one.
Okay.
HD Tempo dropping 14 with 2100 damage.
Insane.
57% headshot rating. Just couldn't seem like he could get those.
I think I know what happened. I think maybe on his CT side he kept hitting heads and then just couldn't follow it up with a second shot.
I will say Shep dropping 23. Really good game from him, but I mean, when everybody else is floating around 11 to 14 kills,
and then
the other team is 21, 18, 18, 16, and then the lowest kills Pets with 12.
Yeah, and Lineman Luke is just decapitating everyone with 71% headshot.
I was about to say
71% headshot rating,
21 kills. I mean, that's my dog.
God,
goes crazy.
I'll say it right now. OS fucking sniped Lineman Luke from us, bro. I messaged Lineman and I said I want you. Then next thing I know, Hector's over there. I guess he's in my head or something because Hector already fucking signed him. Literally, like as I was messaging Lineman Luke, no shot, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, dude, like OS one. I'll start off by saying like it's really good to see like DRG now like a few weeks in a row has kind of like shown that 13-0 against ABW may just be like ABW's really, really, really good and not that DRG is like some trash tier team or anything like that. So that's always good to see. But I like OS, like Goshi is really good. Like Hector is a really good caller, and playing against them, like we played against them match day 1, I think, or match day 2, one of those. And that was like match day 1. So like before,
they won match day 2 on Vertigo 13-3 against Spaghettis.
Yeah, I like their Hector. We played against them last season, which obviously different players last season, but like Hector's still calling.
Those stats are on the website.
It was really like uncomfortable for us to play against OS on Vertigo, and so I have a lot of respect for Hector as a caller and a player. So I'm not surprised to see that they're able to pull off just a really, really, really strong T side. Like that's very unsurprising to me.
Yeah, I mean the thing also is HD Tempo with the only person above 6 flashes with 12. I know you guys don't have this stat, but Matt, Hector, and Azor all had 13 enemies flashed.
Oh, good.
So they were just going into most fights with an advantage because everybody else was fucking blind.
Lyman Luke's was like just tap.
Lyman Luke
was just looking around.
He had one with a ADR of 102 and a util damage of 90. Here's what's crazy. Pets 218 util damage. Hector 272 util damage. Azor 227 util damage.
And you know what else is really scary about OS, dude? Like Pets was the number 1 pick, right? Like he actually hasn't like gone crazy yet, and
I have a gut feeling
you just know like once he's gonna keep getting more comfortable. They're gonna keep putting him in position to succeed. Like eventually it's gonna click, and they could be like really scary come like second half of the season playoffs. Like they're a really good team, honestly. I mean, if Lyman Luke is gonna put up performances like this, like I think that's a scary roster right there. Yeah. And then honestly, again, that's like more credit to Ohms, like putting up a really good fight, and they had a really strong T stat as well. I'm sure they probably wish they were able to convert that second round, and because it looks like they win pistol, and then maybe they just got ran over on A or something. But
losing second round conversion is always tough.
Yeah, it's really tough. And then it looks like they just could not get the recon right, and some bad rounds in there. And that third round came down to a 1v1 theoretically 1v2 type situation, only one alive for OS. So it's a close game. 13-11, you win that round, and now OS's economy is kind of weird. Maybe they're force buying again, so they were right there. Oh, so that's a close one. 2 really good teams. Shout out to Ohms for kind of showing that they're right there with the rest of the tier after like a bad start. And I know like also that first game they were playing with subs too, right?
Yeah, I think they had 2 subs.
Yeah, so that wasn't even really their full team. So now that they're kind of rolling, looking good. So
yeah, I hope they don't give up on Vertigo.
I hope they don't take this as a negative.
Let's save the other screenshot match for after this one. I did forget about Mist Spaghettis. Spaghettis obviously making a change. They pick up Canada Dry, so it's their second match day in a row that they've made a change. And Canada Dry drops 16. Naze doesn't have the same lights out performance they had last match day. Go Line Core with 22 kills, just popping off, going crazy.
Absolutely psycho.
22 kills, but 88 ADR. Guy below him at 87. Guy below. Then that's a team effort
for sure.
Yep.
I like to look at ADR a lot more than kills. Anyone can get that last tap, right? Especially if you're the guy rotating last or something. But
yeah. So we just played against Wet on Anubis.
I always think ADR is a better stat of like somebody's personal mechanical skill.
Yeah, but also Go Line with 2 1VX.
It goes by damage, not score.
Go Line Core also with two 1vx's getting that.
I think goal line core doesn't get talked about enough because I've done 2 or 3 demo reviews for them, and the goal line is
He's a menace.
a
No,
demon.
goal line's a
Like,
problem.
A dentist,
how
oral
else do I say
hygienist.
besides a demon?
And honestly, one of the reasons, like when we played them last week, on Anubis, and one of the reasons like the map ended up going so well for us, like a 13-6, because like goal line core wasn't like their usual self and like top the leaderboard or fragging out, so it made it a lot, I guess, easier for us in that sense. But they're a good team, and like we did a lot of prep in terms of like our own game plan, like how we wanted to play Anubis before we played them. And we did obviously we did some prep on like how they like to play and like try to like be ready for some of their defaults and some of their strats. But the way they play Anubis is like really sound. Like they don't necessarily do anything like crazy. Like there's no like some sick, mid fast play, drop B, like anything weird like that. But they play it really sound and smart. And if you give them space, they will absolutely take it. And they have good aimers. Like Lucille's a good player. Obviously,
Chronic.
Goal Line Core is a really good player. Like Airglow, when we played against them, was like definitely a thorn in our side. And I would assume like people don't necessarily think Airglow is like the best player, but we thought he was really good when we played against him. Deity like did a really good job like controlling a main on both sides when we played against them. So they have good players, and I'm not surprised that they won.
The thing with
UPS is
Airglow
struggling too.
He's wherever you don't want him. That's the thing with
He'll
Airglow.
show
That's
up.
why he's such a menace. Like you think, oh yeah, he's not going to be here, and he is, and it's just like, why? So it's one of those things that's super hard to play against.
Oh, also,
yeah.
just wanted to quickly say, like, we drafted Canada Dry, and then unfortunately he had like a 3-day max ban, and because of like the small free agent pool, we didn't want to like risk having to like sub in a different player like every other game or whatever. But when Canada Dry was on the team and like was playing with us in preseason, I thought he was awesome. Like really, really, really good player. So I'm happy he got picked up, and I'm sure like I'm sure they'll figure it out. I think this is a team that has like some pretty good players. Like I respect Cash Money for sure. I know Mickwick's like new to IGLing and like new to the league, but as he gets more comfortable, I'm sure it'll get better. And now they got someone like Canada Dry who I think can actually add a lot of firepower to the team. I think they'll find their way into the win column pretty soon.
Yeah, they definitely will.
They have, but I think it's one of those things that, like I said before, they all need to mesh. They all need to be on. And sometimes you're not all on, and sometimes it ends up the way it did. I think this is one of those games where it's much more even than the scoreline suggests. There's probably a couple rounds that go either way. That being said, let's move on to Sav's first full match loss on CS2.
Yeah, it's true.
Their first
I want to
L.
take responsibility for that because I feel like I jinxed that. That's on me.
How'd you jinx it?
Well, yeah, I said it. I brought it up on the last episode of the State of Recruit, and I had mentioned that, and I said how last season Saf had just gone unnoticed for way too long, and everybody just sort of forgot about them, and they were just secretly collecting info on all of us, and then used it against us. And by the time we realized, like, oh shit, Sav's knocking at the door, it was fucking 11. It was 11-2 in the finals on map 1. So I was like, oh shit.
Oh boy.
I will. I'll talk about it quick from like the Sav perspective, and then I'll let the ATL boys gloat a little bit. For us, one, we like genuinely did not think it was going to go to Vertigo. We were okay with it going to Vertigo, but we did not think that's where the map was going to end up. We figured like they might be more comfortable trying to like out, anti-Stratus or have a lot of prep for us on Anubis, or they would take their chances on a map like Mirage. Just because like last season for us, Vertigo is a really strong map, and teams, and like even the season before that, it was a strong map for us. So a lot of teams have been banning it against us. So we weren't necessarily prepared for that. But even with that being said, I think we just didn't have a great game plan on our T side, and we just got behind the 8 ball. And then all of a sudden, our economy's weird. And I think something that ATL did that was hard to read is they find really good timings to be aggressive. And so when you're in a default, like you may feel it lulls you into a sense of security, and then next thing you know, it's like you're flashed and you're dead.
I
And
know.
or like we had a few rounds where like UK was playing outside of B, and all of a sudden like he's calling like, oh, I'm getting pushed, he's blind, and then he's dead, and it's like, okay, now we lost all this B control, and now we're like forced to either find a like retake the space, but again, it comes so late in the round, you don't really have the time to do it. Or okay, so now we like, do we try to go mid? But now we can't really go stairs, so it's not a split, so it's kind of awkward. So I think we just were really like kind of stumped on our T side, and we kind of weren't playing ourselves. Like our scrim didn't go very well either. Like I think just generally like the aim and like our fragging just wasn't
Did you
there.
scrim on Vertigo before?
No, we actually scrimmed on Ancient. We thought maybe you guys would take us on Ancient, but it wasn't.
I will say
we were pretty sure. Okay, before Enders goes, I just kind of want to piggyback off of Common and just kind of address everything he said, like from his he gave his perspective.
I mean, I had one round about what he said.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
There was a round where I think it was me and Lax B. I throw a molly into B. Somebody crosses or gets caught out away from the molly, and I end up pushing down the steps, getting the kill, and then we just run back.
And I know exactly what round that is, and it was UK.
Yeah, and I just know from there we were like, they have no B control, and we end up just basically. And another thing we did very well was when somebody dropped off somewhere, it felt like you guys were running into a stacked site, because it felt like we were dropping our mid guy and dropping somebody to watch mid in the meantime very well.
Yeah, I think honestly, for us, we usually do a lot better. I think some of that's just like we weren't as prepared for this as we should have been, but we usually do a lot better job of like pressuring multiple parts of the map and like making you feel like you need to rotate or like pull like an extra body here, even if you don't necessarily do. And then our executes are clean, right? So
yeah,
we usually run really good executes. I mean, this game we just couldn't really execute because we were always fighting like from a 4v5, or we would take space and then you guys would instantly fight for it right back, which was like, credit to you guys. I think we were a little disorganized, a little like flustered, and that's all on you guys, like putting us in those kind of scenarios where we didn't do a good job of baiting out util, and we usually do a better job that allows us to execute. So we would like, run ramp, and then all of a sudden you guys are throwing a bunch of nades, and then you're flashing and you're swinging, and you're just taking the fight, and you're not like scared to. And I think we just were playing a little scared. And like I said, I don't think we were fragging super well. It kind of felt the same way in our scrim, like, oh, it might be a rough one today. Like no one was really crispy with the aim. But you guys, I mean, like that was the first time me and UK have lost like on a max day in CS2. And you guys absolutely brought it to us. I mean, it felt really hard on our T side. Obviously, I think we all kind of on our CT side woke up and started playing better.
Yes.
And I think obviously once you start stringing rounds together,
7 rounds straight.
Yeah, once you start stringing those rounds together, you start building confidence. So it started coming back to us, and I feel like we started playing more like ourselves, and we stopped being as scared. Like like for me, I think I had 2 kills at half, and that might legitimately be the worst half I've had in any CSC game ever. And that's a lot of credit to you guys again, like putting that kind of pressure on us. And like I just never felt comfortable and never found myself in a fight. Like I bet there was like multiple rounds where I didn't even shoot a bullet and I was just dead. And I was like, I don't know. I was really frustrated. And I usually like me and UK it's like 50-50 calling. He'll call out of the early round and like I may call some of the mid round stuff. But this game, I honestly I feel bad because I was quiet a lot of the time and it was just the UK calling just because I was so frustrated in my own gameplay. I was like, dude, I can't.
You have
buy
to do
a
that
kill.
as an IGL. You have to do that. You have to recognize when it's time to, put the blinders on and focus on your own game.
Yeah, it was.
And you guys did that on T side. You guys had a good T start, or sorry, CT start.
CT,
sorry.
Yeah.
So from our perspective, like, I don't know why we ended up, but we scrimmed wet on Vertigo. It wasn't a map that we talked about like picking up. and then going into pick bans, we expected the ancient ban, and we were like, well, it was Ruby doing the bans, but I was talking to Ruby, and I was like, well, let's we went over Mirage, let's put them between Vertigo and Mirage, and they probably go Vertigo. And we just got our butts kicked by Wet on Vertigo, and we're not going into the game like confident. We're going into the game like, hey, we got CT side.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That was all we had. Like that was all of our hopes. But no, I think once we got the first round out of the first 2 rounds, then I started noticing you guys were forcing like MP7s and that's. And I called that, and I was like, that adjusted how how we play, how we peak ramp, how we peak stairs.
And let me like throw in really quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
The reason we were forcing, and I think like this is just again credit to you guys, but also part of the like tilt on my end. So if you remember, round 2, that's the round that Enders got a noise complaint. Was 3v1 situation in which like there's miscommunication and we all swung into Enders, and I mean he hit his shots, absolutely lined all 3 of us up and mowed us down. And so that's a 3v1 on round 2 after losing pistol. So it's like a conversion we should have had. And then the very next round, like basically a full eco, we kind of like grinded out, find our way into a 2v1 situation on B. And this is where like I think my mental broke for the half. Was I'm sitting at the edge of a smoke, and Ruby like taps bomb or something, and I shoot at a dead body. And Ruby gets the full diffuse off. I mean, I also like, because I was so rattled by shooting the dead body, when I like swung into Ruby's body, my crosshair was like 7 miles away. I was like, what am I doing? And then I kill Ruby, but the round's over. All of a sudden it's 3-0. And then it's like, I guess we buy back, right? Because we just lost, or we just like broke their econ's been like one alive for the last 2 rounds. Like we buy here, let's buy back. Let's try to get the econ game back in our favor. And I think from then on, like I was kind of broken mentally because I just threw around that should have absolutely been a win for us. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, I mean, we're playing with like MP7 or MP5s and Galils, and we're going up against Wakeful's op and like really strong util on ramp, and we're trying to fight for ramp control, and we just don't have like the util or the guns to really do it. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's like 5-0, and we're like, yikes.
Yeah, it was 5-0, and we had a weird eco going into like the eco was weird for us because I was like buying FAMAS's like and it was weird for us. Like we weren't playing with M4s. A lot of us weren't. I think Ruby was also playing with the FAMAS, and so then it goes 5-2, and I'm like, okay, you guys had a really good A take to make it 5-1, and I was like, okay, the forcing worked out for them, and then our money wasn't good, and then that's how you guys, it was 2K buy, then that was 5-3, and we got our money back. But really, like for me, we I don't want to like leak our strats, but
absolutely not.
How we play CT was pretty standard, and I don't think there was a lot of. I think it was what Ender said, where if the mid player leaves, someone picks up mid, and then we always just have 3 to meet you wherever you go, with plus a rotate.
Yeah, we ran into stacks up majority. Like I said, I think we did a really poor job of like even pulling you guys, like making you feel like you need to put resources somewhere. And you guys had a really, really, really good read of our T. Like as CTs, I think we ran into stack almost every time we had a gun round. And if we weren't running into a stack, we were probably getting picked somewhere and then playing like 5v4.
Yes. And we also noticed your lack of util. Like you blew it all on getting up a ramp, and then you guys decided not to go up a ramp. It was probably going to be mid or B. And we could retake ramp if it was A. But on to your RT side, I told
you guys wasted
my guys
your load fucking quickly. You guys blew your load too quick.
Yeah. Switching halves, I think. I told my team at the beginning of the half, don't look at the score. I told them that like it was 11. 11. 3. I was like, don't, or 11-5. I was like, don't look at the score. Like,
just a car wash real quick.
Because during the wet scrim, T side was the hardest. Like, what's some of the hardest rounds of Counter-Strike we've played. And so I was like, what am I gonna do to get wins? I don't know how we got the first two, but then we started going like spreading default or going B and getting shut down by Bye Bye and his HEs. And
yeah, Bye Bye was crazy that game.
Yeah, and so I was like, enough of that, and I think we were able to finish the game with the lurk mid and just ramp pressure. That's pretty much what I call.
I will say the round we first won, I said going into that round, please do not let us throw this game like this. Please do not let us throw this game. Because I said on CT side, they like pushing mid, because I remember that we played, I think, one match when I was during preseason when I was over at Sav on Vertigo.
Yeah.
And I remember us taking mid so aggro. I don't know if you were there, if it was just UK. But it was so aggro mid, and I was like, Scary, watch out for your mid. And he just started shutting it down mid. Like, I know he was throwing HEs and mollies, so it was good to get that out and tell them to warn them, because it felt like you guys didn't get much mid pressure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think one of those things that comes with the loss, though, is because you guys hadn't played it in probably a couple seasons, or not played it much in a couple seasons, that you guys just didn't practice for it because you thought it would get banned all the time. And so, I mean, it looked like it shocked you guys during pick bans when we banned Anubis, and the last two maps were Mirage and Vertigo, and you guys just paused for a minute and were just like,
that was the longest.
I
was like, yeah.
I will say, confused. Like, I don't think it was like confusion as much as like, oh, like we get Vertigo, because so we've prepped our Vertigo. Like, our Vertigo, we obviously didn't work out great for us today, especially on the T set, but our Vertigo, like, we had talked about it. It wasn't like a surprise or like a map where you haven't played at all or scrimmed at all. I think it was more Mirage. Like, we had done a lot of work for Mirage on the chance that we ended up playing the map. So it was more a question, but we haven't gotten the chance to play it in an actual game as 5. We've played like Pugs and I think a scrim, but besides that, we haven't had a chance to like play it. So it was just more of a question of like, would we rather the map we've kind of been working on recently, or a map that UK and I feel really comfortable calling on, usually, not so much today. And then also like how much, and then there was also the idea of, okay, if we play on Mirage, starting T-side Mirage, like if we don't find ourselves with a good start, this is kind of what we were afraid of, like this kind of game where you just get down early and it's just a situation like if we don't get our eco right, or if we're just playing behind the 8 ball, like Mirage can be really suffocating.
Yeah, that would suck when it came in.
Yeah, I know. So that's more what we were, the pause was for. I don't think it was necessarily, we were like, oh shoot, they left Vertigo open, like what do we do now? It was more like, we've kind of prepped for a map, so should we play the map that we had prepped for a lot for, or play a map that we kind of have no info on, but at least we feel good on, or at least we should feel good on. But again, I think like you guys, like what you did really well is, outside of like the mistakes that we made, all the rounds that you guys were able to win on your CT side and even your T side was like really, like just really smart. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but it was just like, okay, like give them ramp. Like you guys, we were fighting you guys ramp, right?
Yes, and then fighting us ramp. And then you stopped fighting us ramp. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, okay, like give them top ramp, and we'll just fight to retake it with all the util. And they just blew, like a molly on top ramp or scaffolding, a molly on sandbags. They threw multiple flashes, and now they're just kind of frozen. And we're also, so I feel like you guys just did a really good job. Like, okay, now everyone throw our nades back and like let's retake ramp. So, and then the lurks were,
we did prep Vert, Scary, for today.
Oh really?
Yeah, did you forget that we did prep vert?
Oh
no, you weren't there because Mr.
I wasn't
Scary Papa got angry last night.
I played some insane nuke game where I just went like 5-19 and I got off.
So me, Wakeful. That's where I showed you the nades earlier that we didn't end up ever using.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I know safer nades.
Trust me, that those 8 takes wouldn't have gone as well if we had thrown my nades. To kind of yap a little bit, Wakeful 22 kills. I think the most he's had all season so far, right?
Yeah, I was late.
Wakeful popped off. He popped off and
with the HE, not the op.
Thankfully.
The HEs.
Bro,
Honestly.
he had like 4 or 5 HE kills, just Kobe in those bitches. I think it was told to me beforehand, and I know Scary, you mentioned the whole Ender's fallback, no fuck it, we ball thing. I've been told by multiple sources on very good teams that my aggression is my best attribute in game, and obviously we see that. And pushing down ramp,
pushing down these stairs,
taking aggro, and the fact that there was a couple lurks I had which ended up playing well. So you guys never truly, it felt like, knew what I was gonna do. Either I was gonna be super aggro, or I was just gonna chill the fuck out.
I think we were on our CT side.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were very well aware of like how Enders like to play, but I think because on Anubis versus Ancient, like your play style is very different, that we didn't want to commit too much. Like I told them like Enders is going to be aggressive. Like prepare for like Enders aggression, especially on like T side, and then also watch for the lurks. But on the CT side, you play like really aggressive when you play Ancient, but you weren't as aggressive in the Frog game, which part of that was because Dewey was constantly like lurking. So like it made more sense to like bait Dewey in and get the kill, or you have to watch for Dewey's lurk. But so I think we just weren't as, because again, you hadn't played Vertigo and we hadn't played Vertigo. I think we just didn't communicate it. I could have done a better job communicating that. I think we should be watching for Ender's aggression and maybe finding ways to punish it more.
Well, the funny thing there is on our T side, I was like, they always have a guy aggressive mid Enders, like watch out when you do your lurk mid while we're ramp, and he's like, yep, got it. And I don't know what Enders saw, but I know he gets 2 kills, and that
so I get somebody peeking me towards, say, come dumpster. I'm sitting back towards electrical, the electrical or generator bit, mid, and somebody just walks in my crosshair, get him. Somebody else, I peek, I get a kill. Somebody running up to jump shot or jump up, and then I think I die to somebody else mid. And from there, it's basically that's the round.
It's 5v3. That was the last round. 5v3. Yeah. Let's group up and yeah.
I think we were prepared for it sometimes, but honestly, like
it's very hard to know what I'm doing when I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, also just go back to what Yin said. Like you can't outstrap bullets. I think the rounds you guys ended up winning on your T side, I think it was a lot of just like bullets, like getting clicked on the head. Like Oof is in the right spot, but we just lose the fight. And there's not really anything you can do. Like you try to fill the gaps where you can, but if Enders is gonna kill 2 on a lurk, like it's gonna be a hard round to win, you know? So like it was a fun game for us. I was really proud of my team for not like shutting down and finding a way to come back.
I think going back to pick bans, I think we had to ban Anubis as much as I really didn't want to. And if it had gone to Mirage, it honestly,
it goes either way.
It goes either way.
It goes either way. So now let's talk about this Tofu Tickler's Hell game.
Oh my god.
Milky's like, holy hell. 16 hours of Sav versus ATL. Get me out of here.
So to start off with what I want to say, I know there's some issues over in the cow camp, personal issues over in the cow camp. But oh my fucking god. 13-1. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, Noble, because you played him on Ancient. This is not the team that ATL faced. This is not the team that ATL fucking faced. What the fuck are you calling But you only win one fucking round, dude.
God damn, he's going in, dude.
No, because I'm pissed off because I want Cal to do fucking good. I don't want another Owen fucking whatever Cal. Because I love Noble, I love Siegel, I fucking love Ice and Fresh, and I know they're missing Martyr today because Martyr's out. So what the fuck are you all doing? Because it's not like you were missing your caller.
He's in.
You weren't missing Noble.
Listen, I'll say two things. One, I think Hell is actually really good. Like
at Ancients.
Hell is good. Hell is good at
Just
Ancient.
gave fucking.
I said last fucking podcast, you can beat Hell with a smoke and a flash.
No, you can't, Kate. This is what. Let me throw this shit back to match day 2, okay? When we were doing predictions and I went with Hell, I said Hell is a really good fucking team. They just had to verse AVI first, and they faced us second. Match day 3, it came out, they whooped Ohms 13-6. Okay, yeah, they probably should have won that one, but today Ohms proved that they are a really good team. You know what I mean?
And Cal is a very good team.
And then Hell comes out in 13 wins. It's because Hell's just good.
yeah, I think
Sure,
Hell's legitimately
We can
Hell
good.
say
is
Hell
just
is good.
We like the power rankings. Obviously, they were what they were, but match day 2, I said it. I said Hell's gonna be pissed off. They're gonna be coming out with fire. They got guns blazing. They got really good firepower on the team. Hell is just good. Cal is also a good team. Unfortunately, they didn't show it, and yeah, they're having some issues, right? They had Monty fill in today, whatever. But Hell is good. Okay, I have to say it. Do not
Sure.
sleep on Hell.
Sure, let's not sleep on Hell. But what the fuck is Cal doing? Seriously, everybody is below 8 kills. Everybody is below 8 fucking kills. This is not the team that ATL faced. This is not the team that AVI faced. What the fuck has happened in the past 2 match days for them to shit the fucking
ABW
bed?
faced?
No, you're right. Honestly, like Cal should be called out because like 13-1 is pretty like egregious. Like for a team that was able to take 10 off of AVI, took ATL to OT. Like I also think Hell is good, but I don't think Hell should 13-1 you if you just show up. Like Sav didn't show up in the first half, but like we found a way to like in the end make it competitive. Like it looks like Cal just kind of gave up. I don't know how it played out. I would have to watch the demo, but it's just like these players are not this bad. Like I'm looking at their team. I don't think any of them are bad players. So I can't imagine
Cal
them
match day
13-1.
2, and I think they beat us on Mirage.
On Ancient.
On Ancient.
And yeah, this is a map they've played 3 times.
Yeah,
They played 3 times. So if what's happened is either you're saying Hell outstrategied you and watched the demos, which I'm not sure they could have, but that still doesn't mean they fucking 13-1 you. Or B, you guys shit the bed so fucking hard that Noble, you go out and drop 5-1 and 14. What the fuck are we doing?
Let's keep it real here, okay?
No,
it's
Noble.
It's a
What the
mix of
fuck are
both.
your calls? I don't
It's a
care if we
mix
gotta
of
send you to a
both.
fucking
no,
camp.
maybe it wasn't Noble's calls. Maybe it was Monty's calls.
Oh God.
True,
I
maybe
hope
they
not.
let Monty call.
And if you let Monty
But-
call, what the fuck are you doing letting the sub call?
But
And then I'll
Again-
frag you.
dude, Hellfire came to fucking play, dude. I
Yes,
mean, okay, Goblin actually went Goblin mode.
Yeah,
dude.
Goblin.
I
that's
wanna
the
do
same
that.
actually.
in
I
the scrim because AVI faced Hellfire in the scrim. Dude, Goblin
Well, I
was
wanna
on
know
one,
what
dude.
I want to know.
Goblin was
when the hell-
scary, dude.
I played
Here's
with
the
Goblin. I didn't play with him, but like I watched him play last season. I think this is the only time he's ever dropped 120 fucking 88. That's nuts. That's bonkers.
Yeah,
was a
dude,
bonkers
dude
game
was
from
on
Goblin.
one. I'm not.
All
even
I have
gonna,
to
like,
say-
Look at the rest
discredit.
of the team here, dude. They had Brass Biscuit in second, 93% cast. Doxic, 93% cast. Sapphire, 100% cast.
That's
Look, here's my
insane,
thing.
actually.
Here's my thing.
That's
Yeah.
Here's what I have,
93% cast.
here's what
Dude,
I have
you
to
sh-
say.
No, Enders, you have to listen to me. Hell played really fucking well. If they played like this every game, I guarantee every team would have a very
So I
hard time
think-
playing against.
So I'm
Here's
looking
the
at.
thing with Hell, really quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It's not hard to get cast because one of those things is survived. If none of them can fucking kill anybody, congrats, Tofu Ticklers. You're the first team to not have at least one player eclipse 8 fucking kills. At least the teams that went 0-13, Jimmy, 10 kills. Riff Raiders, first match day. Rymaster,
He
8
is
kills.
going
You're the only
in, dude.
motherfucking team to not have one person, one singular goddamn soul, eclipse 8 fucking kills. And I hope to God this fucking lights a fire under your goddamn asses and you fucking show up to a goddamn match day.
So this is 3 match days in a row where Cal not in a row, but this is the 3rd match day where Cal try to play Ancient. I don't think they play Ancient match day 5.
They should never touch Ancient again. That should be their new fucking permaban. Find a goddamn different map. Because you don't play Ancient well, apparently, because you just lost 13-1 to fucking hell, and none of you got even more than 8 fucking kills. What the fuck are you doing?
This makes tonight better.
Wait. Olms, they play Olms at match day 5. What do you think the map's gonna be?
It better not be fucking Ancient.
Because no.
Wait, Scary, let me finish this. Let me finish this thought. Because I swear to God, if it's Ancient, Noble, look at me. I'm speaking to you right now. Right here, me and you. There are the only 2 people in this chat right now, Noble. If you pick Ancient one more goddamn time this entire fucking season, I will personally go down to Dallas, rip your dick off, shove it in a blender, and make you drink it.
But
that's definitely a match day, man.
But DRG have a loss on Ancient.
That's a match day.
DRG have a loss on Ancient. Who knows?
If I was Cal, what I would do is you gotta just throw it back. Like you gotta go to like Mirage or Inferno, right? Like you gotta just go back to where everyone knows how to play CS, right? I think, and this is kind of an issue. I think. Well,
not Inferno.
Maybe not Inferno. I don't know. But like you gotta go to a puggy map.
Oh, excuse me, not Overpass. No, they could definitely go.
Overpass, yeah, I guess. But
what do what we did. 3-lane map, easy 3-lane maps. Easy 3-lane maps.
The issue that I found with Noble calling last season, and I love Noble, but it's almost like he tried to do, and I don't know how he's calling this season, but it's almost like he tried to do too much, right? He always had this big plan and this big play, and that gets into your players' heads, right? You bring it back to classic CS, dude. Just let your players play, right? Like Seagull is a fucking good player. Isaac's a good player. Fresh can have crazy games too, right? Like you just got to let the boys play. I think, and I don't know because I'm not there, but I think they're overthinking things way too much, and then
they're trying to strat on Ancient, and they forget that the way they win is by clicking heads.
So here's what I heard, and this I won't say the source or the person that told me this. Noble, you call things that you hear other callers call, which is fine, but you don't understand the reasoning behind why you call those fucking things. And you need to like either A, do what they said, take it to a puggy map, let your fucking players go out and aim duel them, or B, figure out why the fuck you are calling things and quickly. Because get me wrong, I say this. Dude. No, wait. I say what I say out of the goodness of my heart because Noble, you know I love you with a fucking passion, my brother.
What do you say when you're not saying
everyone
good things out of the goodness of your heart?
I like
this,
Noble.
I hope this right here, what I just said, lights a fire fucking 10 miles wide under your ass, and you get to fucking winning.
I think the only fire it's gonna light is the fire of the moderators.
Yeah, you keep talking about this ass gaping with fire. I don't know if you're gonna fucking.
Okay.
I hope it lights a fire under your ass and you get to winning because I know you can have the team to do it. So please, fucking start winning because I don't want to do what I did last season, which is Cal lost, Cal lost, because that's not fun. It wasn't fun the fucking last season when I did it every match day.
You were having fun last season.
No, because it got tiring after the third match day. After the third match day of Cal loses, it got so fucking tiring.
I think it was like match day 6 when you brought up a fucking meme about Sentinel that he made in like match day 2. Like Cal lived in your head.
Yes, because I love making fun of Sentinel. Making fun of Sentinel's fun. Making fun of the fucking rest you has gotten annoying.
Well, it's a pretty fresh roster, right? But fresh.
Is Monty signed?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he is.
Okay.
Hey, Sainted, you just missed me yapping about some fucking shit.
Dude, that wasn't a yap, dude. You were screaming to the heavens.
Sainted's been here, bro. Sainted.
And it wasn't at a team. It was just Noble.
Because this Cal roster can win fucking great shit.
Dude, Enders, we put a fucking German accent on you and you could be a World War II reenactor, dude. I'm telling you.
But like, seriously, Noble. You have the roster to win games.
I think
And
you'll
no-
find out a lot
wait,
next
You
week.
also can't just
Noble.
put it all on Noble,
Next
right?
next week,
It's
No,
Uh,
absolutely.
DRG versus Cow on Ancient.
And if I find out that all of them got less than 8 kills again, Noble, rewind to what I said I was going to do, and I'll fucking do it.
yeah, no, it's it's
I'll
100%
fucking do it
time
again.
to throw
No,
Ancient
no.
out the garbage.
No, they stick with it. They
No.
VOD review the one round that they won, and then they
Mhm.
copy paste that. And they
Why did they go away
13
from the shit that was working? Wait, why?
Yes.
Here's my question, to you, Gary.
The one
Why
round
did they go
won with,
away?
like 3 wall bangs and a smoke kill? and
Why did
nobody
they
was
ever go
like,
away from what they did
happened?"
match day 1? Why did
Match
they
day
ever go away
one?
from the shit they did match day 1?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's why I just think
yeah.
they simply didn't show up, or maybe gave up. Like, I don't want to say gave up because that's like really bad connotation. But this
I
is a
know
team that had been competitive on this map,
Yeah.
and this
Siegel
is
dropped 30 on
non-competitive.
us. Siegel
is-
dropped 30
This
on
is
us.
less than non-competitive. This is you should have just. It would have been better if you guys just have taken the forfeit. Don't show up to play. It would have been better.
Yeah, 13 O's are closer than 13 1s.
I mean, this was
Fuck.
rough. This was rough. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
rough game.
God damn, dude.
you just
Let's
flush
move
it,
on.
you come back.
Okay,
Yeah,
next
Oh
segment.
my
I think
god,
that's
dude.
Yeah, what else do we have to do?
The way to do it.
Um,
I believe it was a
don't
great
fucking
song
remember,
of My
dude.
Generation, Hannah Montana, that says everybody has those days. Everybody
Hey,
gets
facts.
their way. It could
We
have
do
been a
Move on to
bad
power
night.
rankings.
Power
Let's
rankings.
move on to
Okay.
power rankings.
Oh,
We
God
do
damn it.
predictions last.
That's an
Uh,
excellent tie-in, Kev.
This
Do we
is a
even have
quick
time
power
for fucking
rankings, though.
power
No,
rankings,
quick
dude?
power rankings.
Yep.
Quick.
Quick power rankings.
Not a ton
When
of
did I
discussion
start
here, except
recording?
6
Yeah,
days ago.
we've been
even
going for
bored.
90 minutes.
Milky, do you want to roleplay as Shane and I'll roleplay as Noah? Or how do we want to do this?
I mean, wait.
You can
wait.
flip flop it. I can roleplay as Shane.
Who do I roleplay as?
Give me a
Wait,
sec.
wait.
My dipshit ass and my dipshit off.
I want to roleplay as
Wait, one
cool
second.
guy.
Wait, one second. Wait, one
I'm
second.
pretty
Wait, one
fucking
second. Wait, one
stupid. Give
second.
me a sec.
Hi, my
Wait,
name's
one
Cool Guy. I'm
moment.
the best sub.
Yo,
Wait,
can
one
we all
moment.
just
I'm
like
Clancy and
you
I keep
get-
getting
you
rolled
get
Wait,
over
over
that's what
nights.
they do. That's what Cow does. Is they pick up cool guy instead of Monty, and then they.
Oh.
No, don't
glue
say
guy,
that.
cool guy? Like,
Cool
Hi,
guy's
my name is
actually a
Clancy and I keep getting rule 49s.
oh god.
Cool guy's actually a PFA ABW, so he's actually exclusively a permanent free agent for ABW.
Somebody called for Shane.
We get Shane.
Yeah, what up, Shane? I mean, here's the thing though.
Somebody
Like, Shane
called
can
for
Shane
Shane?
can be here, but this is so easy because obviously ABW #1, right? Like,
Oh,
it's
what the
not
fuck?
even.
He's here.
There's no
Yeah.
way here
Yeah,
to
That's why
try
I said
to
what I said.
I didn't
pull out
even
some
join
stats.
messages.
Also, that meme is fucking how I feel about Cow on Ancient. Can't wait to go back to listen to that.
So can we all
Anyway,
agree on
go
bottom
ahead.
3? It's just Cow,
Yeah.
AP, and UPS.
It has to be, right?
What? Huh? What?
You
That's
can
a
put them
great-
in any order, but
Oh,
it has
I
to be
I
those
gotta,
three.
I gotta show
Enders,
the
that's a-
screen. Fuck.
Enders, that's a good
Shane, are
meme.
you here?
There we
I'm
go.
here. I'm
Okay.
just confused.
I like you meme Enders.
Shane's like, what did I
was it?
get brought
That's
into?
my meme. Fuck you.
It was his meme.
Oh, I like the
Here
meme.
we go.
I
Power
think-
rankings.
Okay, I
Uh,
think
Here we go. Cow at 12. Happy?
14.
Ha 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 ha.
Cow at-
Or
Cow at
14.
14, bro.
My
14.
bad.
He's
I
at
thought there was
12,
12.
dude.
Fuck it. Put him at 18.
He's
I don't
still
give a
last
shit anymore.
season.
Oh wow.
Oh my god,
He's
dude.
still last.
Friendship
That's what I'm
ended
saying,
with-
last season lives in his head still, dude.
Dude, I'm not in recruit anymore.
Now he
Seriously
is
though, if
dead.
any
Put 'em
teams
at
do want me to
negative
mod review
infinity.
for them,
Just
let me
get
know.
them to the bottom of whatever the fuck it is.
Oh my god.
Because what they
Kev,
did today was fucking appalling.
just let me.
Move on quickly. Anyway, that's 14, 13.
13, I think, is AP. Like, AP showed
Yeah.
some strong signs, but now you have a roster change, and
I think they lost a lot in Montana. I think they were. Dude, I think they were
Yeah.
so close, man. I do.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
think
so-
They were very
Yeah.
close.
I don't fully
But the upside is they never lost fucking 13-1
no,
with nobody
that's
getting
not.
fucking more than fucking
Moving
7
on,
grand.
moving on. Next one.
And
Next
then
12.
12, I think 12 you put UPS.
I didn't hear who's
Uh,
13. Fuck, dude. I was
13
too
is
busy making
AP.
memes.
AP.
Okay.
Is he having a fucking aneurysm over here?
It's Black Clancy. Stream's black.
Streams, the streams.
I
don't-
know. I know.
I think
fixed it.
12. How does 12 not go to DB?
Because I think DB, like, one, they beat ATL, and outside of that,
But here's the thing. No.
13.
Here's the thing. That was 2 match days ago. And if we listen to how power rankings are done, and we listen to Jeff and last season he was like, it falls off. Do I think they're 12? If that's where we want to put DB.
What's more impressive, 7 rounds against the superstar ridiculous team First Sun, or 8 rounds against Mist?
That's what I was saying. That's why I said, do we want to put them there? Because I think Spaghetti go at 12.
I was gonna say UPS is the easy 12 there. They don't have a single win yet. Like, yeah, it's the easy 12.
No, they have a win. They have a win.
No, they won last.
Oh,
they won last.
Yeah, they
won
beat a team below.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
I think it's DB 11, UPS 12. I think DB has a win, and they have been more competitive outside of their 13-0, which 13-0 at this point is max day 1, rear view mirror. Like, you were playing with like subs, like you're still trying to figure it out, like let it go in the past.
Fuck a rear view mirror. DB just signed
Tez. I was about to say.
Yeah, and Tez is good.
With the number 1 ranked player in Recruit, who shall remain nameless, at the half of that
yeah.
Map. He was 14 kills in the first half. He was
Sorry, which player?
And I was
I don't know, one
surprised.
of them. One of the number 1 players.
One of the number ones.
One of those guys.
I was surprised too, because
So many.
when we had Tez sub, he did an excellent job of filling his role, but then I didn't expect that performance out of him when he went to
I did.
DB. Yeah, I mean, I knew he was gonna do good, but like, yeah, dude had his team on his back for a little bit of those rounds.
No, he was. I think, to be fair, he was doing a little bit better than I expected, but that was also like we had a tough game. So anyway, I don't want to.
I mean, we knew he was capable of it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Clancy, DB at 11, UPS at 12.
Yes.
All right.
Sometimes we have to yell
I
at
see
him.
your logic, and I concur.
So at 10, look,
Okay, let's remember this is the power rankings, not the standings.
So here's where you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Nan go at 10.
I think Nan or DRG.
Nan or DRG go here.
Yeah,
I'm willing to listen to both.
I would say let's go DRG 10, Nan 9, just because Nan got the win today and DRG lost. That makes the most sense.
But Nan beat AP.
Which, yeah, is not like some impressive win, and DRG obviously went the distance with
Goshi, which is more impressive.
And honestly, I think DRG is going to keep moving up, but I think if it's, more weight towards the day of match day 4, I think you got to give the team that won if the teams are relatively close. And the other thing is Nan won convincingly, if they had maybe won 13-8, maybe you're a little bit more questionable, but 13-4, they handled business against a team that is apparently in disarray, so good on them.
So 8, we rocking
Oh, man.
Mist.
Or
Who else do we have go at 8?
That is weird. It almost maybe we should work our way down. Wait, let's start at the top. I know that's weird, but it might be easier to go down.
Because where do we put Hell? Where do we put Goshi?
Mm-hmm. So let's start at 1. Let's start at 1. Obviously, Shane, say the line.
Don't even have to ask me, baby. Put him at 1.
Shane, say the line.
Say the line. Say the line, Shane.
Put him at 1.
Fuck.
At 2, this doesn't change from last match day.
No, it's the same.
1 and 2 just don't change. I do think here's where we have a bit of a switch up. Obviously, last match day we had Servals.
I think this goes to ATL.
I think it goes ATL.
3 is ATL.
Huh.
We had ATL at 4 last match day. They beat the number 3 team.
Okay, bud.
I guess
you can
who
say
else could you really put in an argument at 3? You could
Sav.
maybe say, you could say Sav, but
on the roster.
I don't think. I also don't think we're 4.
Look,
based on
I said it last
today's
week. I
results.
think Sav and ATL were a coin flip. I literally flipped the coin as a bit.
Yeah,
it's a coin
No,
flip.
what
This
would
time too.
the votes had? The votes had ATL losing like 85% to 15%.
Okay, well, some of us don't know
Yeah,
where those
but a
votes
lot of us
happened.
just vote that just so we can get Yenders to stop yapping.
Yeah.
How'd that work? Anyway, I think this is fair. You guys did beat them head to head.
Didn't even
So
yap that fucking hard tonight until the cow
Your
bit.
profile picture says King Yapper, bro.
I know it does.
I would vote against you on premise.
Fair enough.
Okay.
On sheer
I actually-
principle.
Like no weird like copium thing like ragging on my own team. I actually think Sav 5 OS 4.
no,
OS.
No.
I can't agree with that.
OS
Uh,
beat
agree with
DRG.
They beat
But they also
DRG.
did go the distance.
But, like,
against
OS
DRG.
OS is 3-1, right? And the only loss is to Sav. So
Okay,
like
I'm
based on kind of
sold.
a recent form thing, you know
I'm
what I mean?
sold.
Like,
OS had to
No.
put up a big fight, dude, against DRG.
Against
too.
DRG of all teams.
Who else
Yeah,
are
Which
you
is
gonna
why I
put
say
there?
DRG
you
is
know,
in 10th.
DRG's trending up. DRG's trending up.
Yeah.
And
trending up from bottom, right?
trending
I mean,
up
yeah, I think
overall, dude.
I think week 1 they were 14. Now they're up to 10. I mean, they are like.
Yeah, so like they couldn't fucking possibly trend down. I'm
That's
sorry.
a good point. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
They could just
I don't know.
not
I
trend.
think OS is playing well. Obviously, it was a close game, but I think they're playing well, and we
I don't
lost
think you
it.
can say to Sav like, "Hey, you guys have been dominant all the time." Well, not dominant actually. To be fair, they also got taken the distance by AP, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
still
is the
think Sav
thing.
has
Yeah,
lost
AP.
one.
That's AP's old
Wait,
roster. which
guys,
I
how
still
fucking cool does that
genuinely think
look?
had a
By the way,
chance.
like with the AVI like logo right above the
Oh,
OS
that
logo.
do kind of look
It
good.
looks kinda sick,
They do
actually.
kinda- for that reason alone, I'm with
For that
OS
reason.
at 4.
You know,
For
fuck
that
it,
reason
that's fair.
alone.
All right,
I
6.
think 4-5 is
I'm glad.
it's very
Mike.
tough to
You could
bring.
flip it. Yeah, I don't think it's like
You could.
super far. I mean, obviously, I'm on Sav. Like, I think we're really good. But if I was OS, like if I was OS, I'd want to be 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we won our match. Sav lost. Yeah, they lost to the number 3 team. But it's just,
gonna-
you know,
I'm gonna toot my own horn and say I fucking love these graphics that I made.
you
Yeah.
did a great
You
job.
did sexy.
honestly.
You did
Great
a
job.
good job, Clancy. You did a good job.
Is 6 hell
So-
then?
Well,
We
I
still
want
need
to put
to
them
play
8
seven.
and shut brass up.
We still need
Wet
to
and
play
Frog.
and
I think.
You know
think so.
what, Kev? That's a great reason. I think we put him at 8.
Wait, how are we feeling about Frog, actually? I think Frog's kind of the.
Here's the thing. Frog is
I will
just
mute
the-
myself.
Frog's only two. Wait.
Yeah.
Frog's only 2 losses so far are against 2 and 3.
and
And they
Okay.
take
and one of
2
them was an
to double
overtime,
OT.
double
That's-
overtime.
that's a
Double
hell of a
OT.
It's a hella
Yeah.
good point.
Their
Yeah.
only other loss was against ATL, and that was a match day ago.
We actually might have slept on Frog a little too hard. I think 6 might even be a little mean.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like,
It's
I
a
look
weird-
at
no,
these.
but Sav has to stay.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah, I feel like moving a
I've always
3-1
put them
team
there.
out of the top 5 would be
Here's
weird.
the thing:
Yeah,
4, 5,
it would
6,
be.
very, 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 very.
Actually, the way it looks right now is I'm completely okay with saying this is good and going to bed.
Yeah, I think
mean,
it
if
looks
you want to,
fine.
We're gonna do predictions still, because predictions.
Yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
saying this looks
fuck,
good
dude,
though.
I
I'm
don't
saying
want
that I
to.
don't think there's.
Yep,
6,
that sounds
7,
good.
and 8 is whoever you want.
Is this good? I don't-
Yeah, I think 3 or 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. You could kind of flip them however you want. I would
So
probably
6, 7,
say
8
hell
haven't
right now,
moved.
but
So
which
then
I feel bad for hell. Like they couldn't crack the top 6 even after a win.
Yeah,
But
block.
FRG is 6. Then,
What did Brass
right?
say? Brass said 6. I think he said it was okay, just not 7 or
Oh.
Def
something
not
like that.
6. He said def not 6. He said 5 for sure. That's fucking hilarious.
So
Where
we're
did he
all
say this dog shit?
Scary is a better IGL than Hector.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
a bold claim, Scary.
That's a conversation for a different night.
That's a conversation for a night where we're not trying to get to bed after me yelling.
Where
On
Milky
my
doesn't have to wake up
rooftop.
in.
Hey,
2
you want to be
hours.
on as guest? This is what you get.
Okay, let's get predictions
yeah, let's
done
do
and out the way.
predictions.
You got the
Uh,
graphics?
Do I? I don't fucking know, dude.
I have the matches.
I do have the matches.
Oh look, names.
Everyone's got him.
Fuck. How many people here? I can't even fit all the names
You're
on
like,
the
"Holy
graphic, dude.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Somebody get a lit. Fuck it. Pull up the old fucking way. We'll do it that way.
Oh,
Let's
you
see
want me to
what
do
it
it? I
looks
got
like.
it. I got it.
Let's
Right?
do it the old way, Clancy. Fuck it. We want to get this done quickly.
We can start with the game of the week if you guys want to, or game of the day, I guess, for match day 5, which is probably
do
going to be Frog versus ABW, I'd say.
Yep.
Because Frog
I mean, I would have
take
said
down the
Hawk
Kings.
Serval.
Wait, is match day 5 that?
I think Hawk
We played Rift
Serval
Raiders today, so I'm looking at the match under that. Yeah.
has
Wait,
lost
how
some
come on
luster
match
because
day-
I think
on match
both
day
teams
5
are
on CSC it
subs.
says ABW versus AVI.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
That's
it
match
shows
day
it for
four.
us.
That's scrims.
That's Scrim.
We,
You're on Scrim,
yeah, I was
silly
gonna
boy.
say, we also don't play them at all in the regular
Yeah,
season.
we don't.
So,
Yeah.
We don't play each other.
yeah.
Wait, what
We
the?
just tickle
Oh,
each
I
other's
clicked.
booty
I swear I
holes.
clicked recruit, but it's showing me prospect.
So here's my thing. I wouldn't argue this is match of the day. I think Hawks Servals is. I think Servals can. Servals are
I'm gonna post
dangerous.
Scare's
Well, that's
DMs.
fair.
Yeah, so
You know,
I
because-
the
Do it.
reason okay,
Post
I'll
the
just drop it
DMs.
really quick. The reason it's probably
scared.
not is we may have a sub on Thursday.
Yeah,
Ooh,
And
yeah,
so it's
that
just
might
like
be.
And-
just right off the bat, like it's already
I do want
different,
to.
so.
I do
Yeah,
want to
it's
say to
tougher.
you, Cayman. I don't know if anyone else has told you, Noah, or anybody else. We did try to reschedule it for you guys. We tried to reschedule.
No,
it
don't
for
worry about it.
Monday.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
me and Noah talked about it. We're good. We know.
Ugh.
Don't worry. There was no
And then Colty
There
was
was
like,
no
"Oh no,
anger.
I can't." Fuck.
yeah. It's all good. It was explained, so we're good there.
Alright, cool.
So I would
just-
also
didn't
say
know if it
let's
was.
start
First
Frog.
Sun, Frog.
Yeah, yeah. If there's gonna be a sub, then probably yeah. So
Ooh, wait.
We just want to
I-
go from left to right here.
Hold on.
Rift Raiders Acolytes.
I
it's
just
already
flipped
pulled
up.
up on the stream. Frog ABW.
Yeah, Frog
Okay.
ABW.
I can't see
on
the
stream.
ABW.
I'm gonna try to do
You're good,
something
Clancy.
funny.
I'm just like, come on. I love Frog, and I bet it'll be a close game. But Shane,
Choo.
Milky, that's a little much. That's a
Here's-
little much.
So Milky and Cayman are both going for ABW. Here's my thing. I have to take this in with a bit of context of I don't know if two of Frog's players might be match day banned at that point. So I'm just gonna run with the assumption they might be and go ABW.
That's such a cop out.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
you don't
run on
have to
the
say that they'd be
assumption.
match day banned.
You're going ABW.
Ain't no way anyone gets match day banned for any of this. Right?
Well,
That seems. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
No, because like
Yeah, just move us over for the thing. Scary?
I'm just moving icons.
Are you moving scary?
Oh, I forgot.
I see.
Oh, I got
Scary
moved.
didn't
Whoa,
say yet.
What's up?
There we go.
I'm pulled up on the stream. You pulled the wrong cat, my guy. You pulled Scary and not Milky.
There's too many cats. I'm sorry.
I didn't even vote yet.
I know. That's why I moved you back to the middle.
I don't know. I don't know if Enders did either. Did he?
Hey, dude. W.
I did.
Oh.
I said ABW on the off chance that Frog
Smart
may
man.
have some people banned.
Yeah, you're a smart man. You're a smart man. I don't think anyone gets banned. I think there's definitely gonna be maybe some warnings and there's some stranded. I don't think anyone gets banned though.
No,
Yeah, I
nothing's
think-
broken. I am doing funny shit. On someone said it's broken. I'm not. It's not broken. I'm just
I
trying.
think you're
just
right,
looks
Milky. I
broken.
think they avoid the bans and just tell the GMs to talk to him and talk to all the players really quick. And
Yeah.
that's
If
What if
anything, like-
everybody in
and everyone's on a
involved-
short leash, you know. Like if anything like
Yeah.
that even comes close to happening again, I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
hand out bans. But
there we go.
Yeah,
fix
I
it.
agree. For right
It
now,
doesn't matter
everyone
if they
just
hand
needs
out
to
bans.
whack
This is
on
the
the
type
still
of
gonna
stuff
be-
we need, dude.
dude, they
The
could
same
ban the
result.
entire ABW roster except for Milky, and I'd believe in ABW. So let's just keep it a buck. That's
I
my guy.
believe that Milky will win.
Milky
Yeah, I've
IGL
already-
support op.
We were already
I
told
just-
to shut the fuck up. That's what we were told. And also, it makes it look like I'm voting for Frog. You know, fuck it. I'll vote for
It's the
Frog.
type
Fuck
of
it.
scuff we see live. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, you're voting for Frog.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Frog just because one, I want to get water under the bridge.
Oh, it
and
gets
I
even
want to fucking-
scuffier. It even goes even more scuff when we're not live.
Rip.
the power of editing.
The power of
Um,
editing.
I'm not editing shit. Fuck off.
Yeah, I imagine Kev. What you're probably going FRG here, right? You gotta rep the boys.
Why the
Yeah,
fuck
I mean,
is-
if Shane's not there,
Oh.
right? I think FRG clears Milky every day of the week.
Yo, Shane, can you go type something crazy in the recruit chat quick?
I got you.
Type up
Absolutely
word for
out
word.
left field.
Word for word
completely
what
out
I
of
just said to
pocket.
Noble.
Yes,
Scary?
Gary.
Yeah, I think I go ABW because
This is gonna be so
FRG has a
scuffed.
lot to prove. And this could be the week to do it, but I don't think it is.
I think it's just a letdown emotionally. You know, like you just had this double OT game against
Did it?
Yeah.
AVI, and like
How quickly do you
obviously
bounce back from
motivated.
that?
Yeah, super
Yeah.
motivated to win that game. You know, and you come against here, and then pissed around, Shin kills you. Then you finally get your guns, and the Milky Ops turns, and you're just like, man.
I think you're
better luck
out.
next week. Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think-
I'm not
I
even talking about Rye, and Rye's been unbelievable this season too.
Rye-
So
I
Can we
don't-
get a
I don't
timestamp
think
of
the
this?
Wednesday practice is going to be enough recovery for Frog.
Timestamp.
Yeah.
109 minutes in.
All
I
right.
hope
I just
I'm
want to
right.
get back and make sure I can put this in my montage.
Okay,
when I
well,
1
do
hour
it,
and
do it,
49
do it.
minutes in.
All right.
I'm getting
Next.
clipped. Oh
Next.
no. What do we got?
Enders, I did the recruit chat thing, by the way. You can take a
Oh,
look.
cool. Shane.
Yeah, please tell me who's in
Acolytes, Rift Raiders.
there. Oh.
Shane.
I'm so tormented.
For the record, that was the
Dude,
first image
I-
on the Google search.
Shane, you're going ABW, right?
Yes. Why the
Okay.
fuck?
Next up, we have Acolytes Rift Raiders.
Go to the middle of the
It's gonna
screen.
be tough, but I think that one goes to hell by a narrow margin.
I think Hell proves me right, and they're a good team, and so they win.
Welcome
look,
to the scuff.
It's a real easy game as long as Hell makes sure nobody on the other team gets more than fucking 7 kills again.
Oh man.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Dude,
Clancy and I are the only ones left.
I don't know.
How's it just getting worse? Like, there we go.
Who said what, dude? I'm fucking tired.
I'm going Hell.
I think
Cayman's going Hell.
Yep.
You're going hell? Is that Enders and Cayman?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You could go over Kratos. Or I don't know where
What
he's
cat
going
do these
eventually.
people want back in chat?
They want my cat.
Yeah. Yeah, just
No.
cat.
They want the image
These
of
I'm
my
hoping
cat back.
that
Of Wakeful saying please 30 fucking times.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Please.
It's just
Mods.
Mods, grab his penis.
Hang him up. Sign by the balls.
I'm
Mods.
hoping
spin
that
around real
Nickel
fast.
or Dr. Fury or one of them reaches out to me and says, "Hey man, VOD review one of my games again and like go over it with us." And then Deadbeats just clear here. Is kind of what I'm hoping for. I also
now everyone's gone.
second part just want to make sure Clancy has to do more editing and like switch me over.
Oh, wait, what did you say? Where are you going?
I'm currently on the hell side and now I want to go on the other side.
Oh, God. Boom. There you are.
Oh, it looks so clean.
Unironically looks clean because we all disappeared.
Oh, no,
everyone...
it's
there we
ruined
go.
again. Okay.
We're back to being scuffed.
Somebody gambled their Timakawa and lost.
Bro, I think that's
Okay.
Brokey.
Milky, scary.
Help.
Quote, can you go back to the words?
Okay.
The words better. Editing
Mine's
notes for next week, gentlemen.
mine's conditional. If it's ancient, hell. If it's any other map, then I don't know. But if it's ancient, for sure, hell.
There, you go into the ceiling, I guess. I don't know.
I go into the ancient corner.
Next game.
I pulled a gold foil out of my
just put me in
daily
hell.
some CS:GO roll. So yep.
Nice.
Will this actually work if I do this correct? No, it won't. Fuck. Dude, nothing can go right for me.
Hey, you're doing your best, Clancy. Don't worry about it.
I am doing my best. I'm trying.
Yes,
My
the
dailies won't be
ancient-
available in
The
14
ancient
hours.
corner.
The ancient.
After this, the
fucking-
next game is Harpies Spaghettis.
Quick day in the office. Should be.
Should be.
Yeah, that's a very workmanlike job. You
ATL,
show up, do your job. That's a dub.
UPS. Yippee.
Clock in, clock out.
I am afraid of cash money.
Mhm.
But we have
But
a Wakeful,
we have a wakeful.
You go
and a
that way.
Ruby, and a
I like-
Scary, and a
I like-
Lax.
I like Mick as a person. But we're gonna have to do it to you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Can
I
we
mean-
bench Wakeful for begging for my cat back on stream?
We'll see what the FA pool's looking like come Tuesday or come Thursday. and see if we can afford to bench him.
Ooh, can we get cool guy? Please.
He's like that fucking
Cool guy's
kid.
DMing me right now.
Oh my god, dude. We're never gonna get done, are we?
I mean, so UPS like competitive
Fucking
has a
ATL,
win,
fine.
but it's ATL. I think ATL is just a little bit better.
Hippie.
I think
Yeah,
like once
go over
Midquick starts
there,
getting
dude.
better at calling, like I think they'll be good, but they're still working through some
If
things.
I get the cat, I'll sub out.
Well, now you gotta do it.
Oh,
No, don't you dare, Clancy.
We need
cat.
we need him. We need him. We need our offer.
Someone's exposed me. Fuck you, Caboose.
Motherfucker, you always play Minecraft during these recordings. Don't act like this is new or somebody's just now figuring out. We've exposed you multiple times on the podcast, dumbass. Ooh, gotta tend to my crops. Ooh, Minecraft.
Dude, this
Wakeful's
is
not gonna touch Thursday.
This is so fucking
Fine, we
Okay,
get cool
who's-
guy.
Who's
Get the cool
Lucas
guy buff.
Filippini?
Yeah, who
Let's
is Lucas?
go.
That guy's funny. Funny dude.
It's about to give me an aneurysm.
I know
for real.
Caboose
It's
is
giving me an
Ruby.
aneurysm, dude. I'm fucking tired, dude. I'm about to roll 49 myself
Wait,
again.
did you
We got 4
Aneurysm?
games left. 4 games left. Come on.
Milky, can I
can
just
do it.
send you the rest of my predictions? And
Dude, I was about to say, can you just put me on the left side and I'm going to bed?
Hey, man, you go to
Perma
the-
left.
So
He goes into
fucked.
the
Milky
corner.
confirmed liberal, by the
Oh,
way.
wait, I have work in 5 hours.
Actually, keep me in the middle.
Just put me in the
centrist game.
ancient corner. If it's ancient, then it's that
Hope
team.
you know the second you
keeps
leave,
trying to
your
move my
icon
cat.
disappears.
There
we
you
just
go.
talk about these games and not. Have
Yeah,
to-
all right. How about Hawks Servals? What do we think?
I'm
God damn it,
thinking-
I have to
I'm
reset-
thinking-
I'm not doing this
I'm
anymore.
thinking. I think Sav.
You-
all day.
You all
Yeah.
have ears. Fuck you.
I think Sav takes this.
For what it's
Oh,
worth, I
lineman
think
Luke.
we voted for ATL
Yeah,
versus.
just
Lyman, you don't
Luke.
have any of my DMs. You can't leak shit.
I'm done with this. You get a cat and you get to hear everything. Who the fuck is Chris Mulling? The fuck? And why does the
I
message
think
get retracted?
Sav. I hope
what
there's
did
no
he
match
say?
day
I saw
bans,
it.
and I hope everyone
Got
has a great
deleted.
game.
Honestly, I hope there's match day bans, and I hope Noah gets like fucking.
There, you get,
Yeah, I
Not
feel like-
you get
finish
whatever
that
the
joke.
fuck this screen is, dude. I'm
I
fucking.
feel like,
I hope he
uh,
gets a cat. I hope he gets a cat, and he's too busy playing with his cat to fucking play game.
Shane, what do you think? Sav, Hawks. Who do you got?
Gotta be Hawks in it. Like,
You would not just say the words "in it" in this
You
fucking.
did not
doc.
just say
INNIT.
in it, dude.
That's
Why
it.
is it not clicking on the icons I wanted to click on?
That's it. He's going to the sleepy jail dimension.
All right, cool. God, we got that
All right.
over.
Man
we got
versus
Man
Mist.
Mist.
Yeah, who do
Okay,
we
if
think?
it's on ancient,
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm
Who do you
permanently.
got?
I'm,
Like,
I'm
that's
just
it?
keeping you up there, dude. I'm
If
fucking.
it's on-
More
I'm just
importantly,
keeping him in there.
we coin flipped and won.
How much you
I
up?
I will say Mist,
50.
but
Holy
I bet
shit!
it's
Did I get
close.
my AK that you fucking never gave me?
No, I'm going Nan. Nan all day. Nan clear C.
Clears? Ooh.
Yeah, I'll even give you the final prediction, and if
There
it's
you go.
100% accurate, I'll give this AK to Enders. It's like 13-6.
Holy fuck.
13-6.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm fucking
Nan,
tired. Dude.
Nan versus who? Oh,
Nan versus Wet.
God, I can't wait to finally get my Empress.
oh my god, it's wet all the way. By the way,
Milky?
Nan versus Wet? Yeah, Wet.
Enders?
Wet ass pussy.
What's the match? Nan versus Wet? Fuck it, Nan.
Clancy?
Huh?
Nan versus Wet. Who you got?
Dan versus Wet. Tied.
Tied? Perfect.
Yeah, 12-12.
They're just, it's never ending. All right, we got AP versus Goshi. I'm going OS.
I'm going
OS.
OS.
I'm going OS. AP has no fucking IGL.
Wet cat. Dude, shut the
Okay, and then
OS
actually, this
OS
is like
gonna
secretly
destroy.
match of the day. DRG versus Tofu. Is Tofu going to show up?
It's match of the day
The
for
sleeper match.
shitters.
Sleeper match.
All right,
of the
dude,
day.
that's
Okay.
too far.
Watch it go
for
like
real this time. Hold on.
quadruple overtime.
Okay, when it gets to me, for
DRG.
real this time.
There you go.
If it's on ancient,
You know,
Then
fuck
it's-
it. I'm putting you
it's-
behind the
then
piss
it's DRG.
dimension. You're in the
It's
piss
DRG.
dimension now.
DRG.
If it's on ancient, it's DRG. If it's not, then it's
I put scary in piss boy
then it's
jail.
cow.
I
No,
think
this was the real one.
I think it's
You're a piss boy
DRG
jail.
because DRG is trending up and Tofu is trending down. So I'm just gonna go with the team that's playing better right now.
Noble.
Give me DRG.
That's not a sentence, Lucas.
Here's my thing. Noble.
Give me the better ancient team.
Yep.
If you take it ancient.
Milky, what do you think? DRG Tofu.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think DRG's trending up, Tofu's trending down. Unless Tofu can figure it the fuck out. Yeah, it's gonna be DRG all the way.
Kev, who you got?
It's gonna be DRG.
Yeah, I said DRG.
Okay. Is that it? Or did we do it? Is that everything? Sav up,
Thanks.
baby. Go to bed.
Wix.
Cool. Well, as
Thanks.
you know, the former favorite guest of the season, still I guess reigning favorite guest of the season. It was good to be back, and I love all you fuckers. And I don't know, let's fucking pug sometime, eh? Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks for having me on.
Farewell. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah.
He's been eliminated.
All right,
Andrew's
Andrews, do
just
your
turned
cute
into
little
a
wrap up
robot.
thing.
Huh?
No, look at me. Look at me dead in my fucking cold, soulless eyes. If you pick ancient, I will beat you so bad your mother won't recognize your corpse.
Andrews is getting
Fucking don't
banned.
pick
You're gonna
ancient.
get like,
Like,
23 rule
Andrews,
13s.
you've hit some questionable. Like, you gotta
Oh,
relax.
here's brass. Get brass in here.
It's coming.
Get brass.
All right. Did we go through all the games?
I
Yes,
think
we
we
did,
did. I don't
actually.
fucking
Okay,
remember.
yeah. I gotta get up in like 3. Nope. Bad math. 4.
Peace out. Bye bye. Fuck you all.
Bye.
Dude, you're about
See
to
you
get
later.
like you're about to get like 23 rule 38s. I'm telling you, dude. You're about to get like 69 of them or something like that.
Yeah, it's not looking good for you, man.
Also, the stream's not over. I haven't been told to turn it off yet.
Wait, really?
Goodbye. Good night. Fuck you all. Bye.
Good night. Hell on top, baby.
Yeah, but
Come
Bob,
on.
Hell
We're
at 7th.
coming. Hellfire's
Please-
coming.
Cam and King, please do not match day ban me.